Wednesday, the 16th of October 2024, 17 minutes gone past 1600 hours. Still in British summertime, and we live on Ak24 Radio, Arawapa Radio, Ak24 Radio GH with another edition of Bamaso. Streaming live also on our Facebook handles, Ak24 Radio, Stroke TV on Facebook, Ak24 Radio on YouTube, and on X at Ak24 Radio. My name is Papa Smiley, the host, and we are here once again to carry on what we love best, and that is to figure out our role in making Ghana a very beautiful place. We all have different capabilities, we fill different positions, we find ourselves in different places, among other things. However, it all comes down to one thing. We are all a part in the creation of that very beautiful Ghana that we want. So when we come here, it is more to do with we working on ourselves assiduously so that we will become the channels, the vehicles through whom the very beautiful Ghana, the awesome Ghana we are looking forward to come into manifestation. Around here, we make sure we use our primary identity as our reference point. Now, many a time when we talk about our primary identity in the context of what we do here, it's a little bit challenging. We moving away from what we have been used to come to accept our primary identity. You see, there is nothing bigger than Ghana if we use Ghana as our reference point. And within Ghana, we have all the other identities that you can think of, right? So if Ghana is the first reference point or is the source, all other identities will have to come under Ghana. And the bottom line is, as I said initially, we all find ourselves in different places, different capabilities, among other things. So whatever identity that you may have, it is entirely a duty on you to use that identity to promote the beautification of our dear nation Ghana. It is not wrong for you to belong to any other identity within Ghana. However, it becomes very, very inappropriate when we are unable to use whatever identity we have gotten or we have created for ourselves to develop our beautiful Ghana. And that is why every now and then we advocate that make Ghana your priority. And in that, you come to that understanding that wherever that you find yourself, it is just a place where you are identifying yourself as belonging to help you also be part of the very beautiful Ghana, the creation of that very beautiful Ghana that we want. That is the bottom line. So yes, you can hold on to whatever identity that you have, be it religious, social, economic, political, whatever identity. Please hold on to it only when it is able to afford you the opportunity, the avenue to also support the development of our dear nation Ghana. If not, hey, it's an identity of your own creation. Of course, it's an identity of your own creation. You can change it. And then figure out another one that you think will befit your ability to be able to promote the development of our dear nation Ghana. Today being Wednesday is questions and answers, where we come posing ourselves several questions, and then we look forward to life or the universe providing us with the answers. And with the answers, we develop practical steps with which we'll be able to unfold the solutions that may come through us for the development of our dear nation Ghana. To this effect, I would humbly welcome you once again to Bamaso. And just from Kokasi, the Emu Pipa, and come out. Where we will be at some pension with the Ak24 Radio, Abrapa Radio, and Ak24 Radio GH. So oko Facebook a24 radio stroke TV ana YouTube a24 radio X kan ne friend Twitter at a24 radio. Any say yasabi shiawa ha ye to adwene ya hwede e wosi yetumi yo ema o man no etimi fa ne ntoma pefra aha o my Ghana eno ana ye de yakoma so megidi se wo do my Ghana de aka ne se yebehu de wosi ye yo na ye wi a ya hwehwe kwan a ye befa so na de wosi ye yo no yetimi ayo ama o my Ghana etimi gira na naso me se nyamfom so se o my Ghana kese se de esi suin ai obetimi asa akopie se amanyoku bi mu ana se dwumaku bi mu se ekokuma bi a wo Ghana bi a nyamfom so se wo ka ho na ni de ha adwene ene de enkoyie ene se sa ku na wo dom no a wo se ye a vehicle se entumi emma wo nyes sanse se we ekuo bi enia right se o join kuo bi a obuta kese ba ko ene se obeboa amasa ekuo no atumi akonanim ekuo bia wona join se ekuo no ideally buta wo se esi obi bia ni so ene se obeboa amasa ekuo no akonanim nti se woka ekuo Ghana ho a nti se wo se wo boa ema ekuo Ghana etimi akonanim akwan ba so na ekuo Ghana fa akonanim eno enti ni aba ha sei na Ghana ne ekuo kese a ye nyina ye nim se ye badwumadie yi so a ekuo no bi abro Ghana so de yes of course enye Ghana nkoa ene ekuo kese a obetimi adwene ho ekuo no ebi so sen Ghana na emum dwumadie yi epomasibre enti no ye de o my Ghana ana ye ekuo kese a yeni egina so nti nsa edete ye dia se de ye ya ye wo company a ye wo department bibiri ewu kuo nim ai department bi ewuku adwuma yemva na adwuma se ye wo adwuma ye wo department bibiri right adwuma bi wo ho no mo a department bi akora ne atare a wo mo hye nze uko NHS ye NHS kura ye mfato ho a ye wo ntare a bia nurse fo a wo mu wo ebia midwifery so omu wo ntare a omu hye ye wo ntare a ebia nurse fo ebia wo mu gusua ye training be attachment for no muso ye ontare a wo so ehye a doctor for wo ontare a wo so ehye enti chese se eye ekuo kese mpo a anase adwuma kese mpo a ye wo nchichemu bebre na sa nchichemu no enye se wo honom se sa nchichemu no ba be sei adwuma no na bi adwuma bia no yemfa ne se ye wo marketing department ana ye wo research and development department as wo so se adwuma bia marketing for no emo homoden research and development for be ye adwuma no sa di bia product bia ba na marketing for no mo ba kwa na mo kwa marketing no so mo ye kokwasa adwuma no ntimi nkonanim nti ekuo bia na se adwuma bia no eye wona aka no wona ewo sa ekuo nim no ewo se omohwe ama eye ekuo ni nyina etimi ekonanim nti sa pepepe ana Ghana enso akwakoye ye Ghana fo de ye nyina bibia wo department awo and then secondary identity no na ni nyina be kwa akɔwie sɛ bibia wo bia bomodin so we mo ma Ghana yeyo ada wakoma so asɛm ni nyina no ai o ma Ghana yeyo ɛna wakoma so asɛm no nyina ɛno no enti memo akwaba ɛde aba ɛne dai dwumadie no so ɛyɛ asɛm musa ɛne anu yie enti ane aba ɛne da yɛntumi amma ɛne da na free flow Tuesday nemum yɛntumi amma enti ɛne no perhaps we will combine the free flow and some questions and then we seek some answers as well. Enti sauti ani said the doctor says adentu nanatena nana sarabedi akone Dr. Ebenezer Mfabuate nanankati ane papa yuntu yebebundinda adofo akanyina United States of America Ghana for United Kingdom emusa abi abeta joint pa Germany France for baby a wote bia wote ani die misrawa sonche ani mu na yento akwantu no so wo my Ghana ye ebeye that is one of the things that we need to accept and admit so amano ebeye si etimi eje saa asem no atum so amano be yonko a dia dia aka a ebeboa ama my Ghana no ebefa yemu apie na fa yemu pie nso a emeye ma no nso ho a yenye ho adwuma ene nyina asem nyina ene no enti ene yenche ho nsanse na ukwada onitua ukwada nso de ya na na mentanche wa so mentanche enti yebehwe na yakutie enwum ba kwa ba enwum ni si na yeba enwum ni si ni yeba let's say the aka ni say wonso bra na be kan komodie no ho ai o kan ho bi enti ni aba na nyina kakran kakra enye ne kakran so na bibia enko fefefe bibia enko kama ewo ene edai dwumadie no so na emse ne kwan so o se eti mu na kanwum na chu so ai ami hwese ewo saka se fidie isu a na minko yimpie minko yimpie yemfa nto so na yeba yede ba maso dwumadie no ahyehye so medie no Papa Smiley dwumadie ho chiame si yenyamu na kanwum na yempe ba ko bi wo ha yempe ba ko bi wo ha ya na yemfa nto so na yeba ya to ankomodie no so okay enyi ni say what I say and yenko no old time kakra so yenko no old time kakra ni ntie kwa de anyu we ba ye ensem bebre e wo ho de but ni ye o se ka na to so ye ba ye beto ankomodie ni so
Last week, me call engagement, my name my wife. Now you war engagement. But her mate, you go maybe wo frana be sena small so I engage. Anchim police why engage? What has the boy? Can go shatadia. What shatadia? Emo no. Atadia na shado. What shatadia? Tawo hanwa. Asa wo hwasini. Sini a wo hanan so ani se soko. Me kwa peti ana no na me kwa ya gas kro ya talim. Ye me se ye me se ya tatamia me se me dia birthday party ana me buy nemo no dia mano ya na me pe enka ka ba kono one shot adia no se me no a me ne be fa me da kwaso wo be difo le ho be papa no school ni ba lebon kambura focus ya you to be food be Water me, can't so. My wadi you tum, sister again, can't so. If you muda, would if you muda, Inti count so. Water me, can't so. My wadi you tum, sister again, can't so. If you muda, would if you muda, Inti count so. Nancy, I'm a core Adoni. Yes, wow, Walantia Cadano, will be a wa, Wayansha Shani Moon and Nubiana Koya, Adoni, and maybe a CSA can. Or one of the Patrick Tomu and Tadiano, ya papa, who I remember many Yakoma, Memory, Meshakura, Mamani, Adiano, Hokabara, and Tatamia, the Adamana Tamana, Hunamania, Adobeda, we do a fear, Sam Hossa, and Juma boy, Radiawaya, at the end of Nimuas, at the end was as what in it to say, and Padanka Sam, Samunim, Samu, Georgia, and Panamphone, me Mamma Honey, my last one, water, me, Mepida, Uguru me ho wapida water me kanatoso mawadi utum sister again kanatoso ifie muda udi ifie muda me yire inti kanatoso water me kanatoso mawadi utum sister again kanatoso ifie muda udi ifie muda me yire Inti count not to study Amrano, and Muntia, Yasuadu, Sisi, Wadupa, a man will be on for the sum or the monitor, no trespassing, or prosecuted, Constitution law Article 4, or Banatas who are Femenco, name a sambod dominantem, say trespassing, government and domestic property, private and individual property, maybe I may use where use. Mammy volume, Abiatus. Mami volume na mabi data ye data me kanatoso mawadi utum sister again kanatoso ifie muda udi ifie muda me yire inti kanatoso data me kanatoso mawadi utum sister again kanatoso ifie muda udi ifie muda me yire inti kanatoso data me kanatoso mawadi utum sister again kanatoso ifie muda udi ifie muda me yire inti kanatoso data me kanatoso mawadi utum sister again kanatoso ifie muda udi ifie muda me yire inti kanatoso kanatoso mawadi utum sister again kanatoso ifie muda udi ifie muda me yire inti kanatoso water me kanatoso mawadi utum sister again kanatoso ifie muda udi ifie muda me yire inti kanatoso. Last week me engagement me and my wife na ya war engagement Bahama, you go maybe wo frana bisna small so engage. Anchim police why engage? What has the go can go shatadia, wa shatadia dia. Emo no, atadia na shado, wa shatadia. Tawo hanwa, asa wo sini a wo hanan so ani se soko. Me kwa peti anano na me kwa ya gas kro ya talim. Ye me se ye me se Tatamia, ya tatamia, Miss Media birthday party, and I'm a buyer. Nemono, the Amano, and I'm a pet, and can't come back on one shot. Tadiano, Semianua, made a never family across who will be for the Humba Papa, school neighbor, Lebon, Cambodia focus, ya you to be food of me. Water, Canatoso, Mawadi utum, sister again, Canatoso, if you muda. Udi ifie muda me yire inti kanatoso water me kanatoso my wadi utum. Sister girl, can't so. If you muda, would you muda? Me yere, didn't take out not to so. Now say I'm a core on it. Yes, wow, Walantia Cadano, will be a wa, why I'm sure the moon and Nubiana Koya. I done it, and maybe I see a set to can. Or one of me party Kotomu, and Tadiano, ya papa, who na member Maniakoma, remember that, Meshakura, my money, Adiano, Hokrabara, and Tatami, the Adamana Tamada, Hunamania, I do better, we do a fear, Sound Hossa, and Juma, yeah, boy, Radia Wire, at the end, opening was Swamwadi, at the end was us, what in it to say, and Kodanka Tiama Samo, Samunim Samu, Jojo, and Panamphone, me Mamma Honey, my last one, oh, Tata, me, Mepida, Uguru me ho what pida water time kanatoso mawadi utum sister girl kanatoso efie muda udi efie muda me famiyere inti kanatoso water time kanatoso mawadi utum sister girl kanatoso efie muda udi efie muda me famiyere didn't count not to study Amrano, and Muntia, yes, why do this? Why do a man will be on for the sum or the money to no trespassing, or prosecuted, Constitution law Article 4, or by not task of a man called Meme Sambod Bominantem, say trespassing, government and domestic property, private and individual property, maybe may use where use. Mammy Volume, Abiatus. Mame bolum na mabi tata ye tata me kanatoso mawadi utum sister girl kanatoso efie muda udi efie muda me famiyere inti kanatoso wo tata me kanatoso mawadi utum sister girl kanatoso efie muda udi efie muda me famiyere inti kanatoso wo tata me kanatoso mawadi utum sister girl kanatoso efie muda udi efie muda me famiyere inti kanatoso wo tata me kanatoso mawadi utum sister girl kanatoso efie muda udi efie muda me famiyere inti kanatoso
Oman for bra and noa and a betre say Oman ebe you ana se enyi and unti ana yabe piemu e woka safide so say sa obra na e wo se yetumi ebo na Oman no e fa ne ntoma pa efra no ye ba hwemu a ba bia wo se ye fa bia ye be fa na yetumi abosa abra no na Oman no atumi afa ne ntoma pa efra ti masa mo akwa ba biu e de aba dwumadi so kwa de o se kanatu so o tata me kanatu so pa na am say kwa de is a huge icon when it comes to hip life nyuma abeba say quite recently Kwade had been going through several issues here and there, some associated to the use of some strong substance, If you create almost a spiritual analysis, if you feel among other things, or share how his corners have been dealing with what he's been going through now. Many people is of the view say, many people are of the view say, it is also an indication of the problems that we have within the music industry. Yeah, Omoka support Wasem. I think sometimes as a body, said yeah maker said oh my god and yeah pumasi bra omano no we will have to look after ourselves very well and make sure we are in good spirit. Everything is going on very well with us. Likewise, a smaller group within Ghana should be able to look after each other very well. Na ni nyina no was say kuo bia wo omega na bia mu a ehwe ne de no it should work in the context of the whole, right? Hona ya na wisdom no ewo no. And some people, especially when within our political circles, no, if it is my government or if it's my party that is ruling the nation, there, any ononkwa no more forms ononkwa just ononkwa not thinking about the rest, right? However, if you are looking after your own in the context of the whole, it's a different ball game altogether, right? Many people have called say yeah na musicians no munya kakra based on the airplay, the usage of their music, among other things, here and there, especially for commercial reasons, you know. When you hear some of the amounts that they get now, it's quite unfortunate. Quite they call all those problems, you know. He's been staging a comeback here and there, trying to just, get back on his feet. Oyobia. When it comes to putting stories together to make a very nice tuner, you can't take it away from him, right? And like I say, more or less, no, it is quite well, just a moment. Let's take this commercial break and then I'll soon return.
Edie dwabo na wowobo say ye dintuo obi awoda eyie anasempo ekuo bi pnoto Akwentufo Media Services won krofo a ebonwoma efatama ne abobo ye biara wobo bedwam kasafo a aprofo frene se MC a wonano so atiye ena wosan so wo enuane noafo a wonu enuane ahodo pia ehotie ena video ena infoni twafo a wo ba betwa mfoni papa bi efe a wo de beka kai won hihye ne da wo hwehwe Akwentufo Media Services a one number ye 07951832691 and also se frem wo 0790414368 wasanso wo internet so a one website address ye www.akwentufomediaservices.com Akwentufo Media Services ye wo homa wo da you the hustle be like say you know they got chance area get out in umbrella.
Yo, welcome back. That was just an impromptu thing. So, so we're talking about Kwade and how he's been trying to get back into the industry, get back on his feet through all possible ways. There's been collaborations here and there from other musicians trying to support him here and there. But hey, it's becoming a little bit of a challenge for we to get the very best of Kwade once again. All that I can say is, in as much as we are also calling upon the very ones who may be very close to him, as friends, as family, as an association or what have you, to also do their bit now. We will continue to send our well wishes to him as well. So bibia ebe kama, bibia ebe fine. Ama konfo kwa de. Yo, yenkwa ahoma no say ya bobo, right? Ya bobo. Ama baby akɔwie ne sɛ yɛntumi sɛ yɛntumi o sɛ yɛtumi o of abet ne betumi abɔ yɛn saa nkɔmmɔ no mu yie sɛ yɛtumi qualify for African Cup yi bio sɛ yɛnkɔ bio yɛhwɛ sɛ of abet ɛbɛboa yɛn na ɛgya wɔwɔ na ɔyɛ sports analyst no wɔtumi abɔ yɛn nkyerɛmu na mekɔtie audio bi a na Oniano Kase, journalist, especially sports journalist, no womo pa na ama Ghana football no asay. I'm say, any bia na me yika hu akwasi Yesu. Akwasi Yesu ka hu na Ghana football no asay. Yinti abet hwe. Say abet wo enchiremu kakra edman of abet. Say ultimate nka no I ready dia omute ho bama so.
Adwen Kase, papa.
Na boko de. Good. Na where the football no any at once. You monitor kakra. Ghana game, Ghana ni Sudan dey. Akosi apia wo sheda na.
O sheda sesen.
Na am for so ye Ghana ni ba fa na o ye o my Ghana sa o say nye fine kura o.
Oh. Na say ono so ni team no o mutua ne ka nti se o wene a o konanim
ono so yafa na adwuma meboa
sanity nti no se ekwan ba bi so no so ono so kura so esa aboa Ghana se si a obi ekwan ato ha ma Ghana coaches no
obi ekwan ma hwan
Ghana coaches no coaches no ono so bie kwan ato ama mo so sa Ghana coaches no so kra no mo so good eti no se si ebe kakra no be se bia Sudan clubs no na say bi kra North American CS ka ho mbaba beto trainers ni bi o Ghana ko
okay nti hu ni say ono kra wo boa Ghana coaches no so so o mo so betima international meboa
sa
na overall who game ni say
overall no me who game ni say football dey normal bebre o papa football normal bebre na say coaches no
you have to eat the food first, eh? Okay, I'll call it.
Food dey dey pa koso. Eti
Koso.
Papa, dey make sure say football no, o fa no trasa tembia no, obe rush. Football no, ye normal bepri, doso bepri ne home. Say o consider a normal bepri na o hwe presidents na o hwe normal but and the coaches no mo ba minimba bi e mo efa mo mo fi ena obi so kra be ka say mo kan say blessings in disguise so say sign eboa e bi kra yi o mo yi na de hwe Ghana presidents a the last time I anko World Cup no na tambe ya say 204 Yanko African Cup 204. And also the first time I qualified for a World Cup 206. Oh, and to me no. Even though men for win justified here, but it be a bit to my boy Ghana for. Baby. But he football need a baby I could do no. Baby I football I could do no. I see who say results never in a because Oti Ghana and Sudan for no about draw. Possibilities of Besha Honor Dawson. By Okonas at least, Utimi, in your draw, and Okrano, and a papa. Ghana in your draw cry, and ye enough. Or more qualification, no. A dana or man good a show more hana. And I started. And almost Akobo 1 Niger. 80 baby and shoe goose so crane Sudan's ababo 1 not just say be complicated. Say see ano say Ghana ebetima qualifier na ye edin ebeba beka 7 wonders no ho. Possibilities on qualify the ho but wo nanso wo because Sudan board draw onya ni 2 matches na aka no onya ba ko draw Ghana ni kwan bia so be fa so qualify. Oh de tie no. Ena se Ghana so ebia Sudan lusu ni mienu 2 matches na aka na Ghana win 2 na aka ni mienu nyina na. Ena Ghana betima qualify. Ebia yemfa ne se Sudan lusu 2 matches ni mienu nyina na Ghana share because Sudan was 7. Se si ana Ghana wo 2 it was mienu na oko 8 by Sudan bo 1 draw oko 8 because of so ashe Ghana nti head to head and would be Ghana no koda me share dan ready or more year or more year we but me say head to head and no more be me nim say goals wo ma 8 no Ghana qualify and the edin wo ha but the American say Tunisia na say Tunisia is saying 204 yanko bi no. The following year, no, you started say year call and also over before that, you call Egypt them say group matches na no ye film. So time na ACMO epic ba no more for say kufo mo we no more captains normal ko sisi o Mali no. Ah de be wura mo nti no a few work on na normal fifi emu afi na new players na ba na almost be meji but the American say coaches ne ba almost share say ye be the local team no ye local league no ye build ni ntimi nya players papa ni bi free ha at least 5-3 and a 5-3 no so yes omo kontra bench kwa see nya player obebo in and out obebo anja hwekura defenders ne de see etimi nya ba akomienu because the time bia Ghana a team no be ya de no na local players ka ho omo ko anye so mo te bench omo force bobi oh and no ye one apart from that no say ye be the local wo hwe nkrofo yo mo ne ye boy na majority of players no omo share e local players and ebi mo so bobo Africa but ye the team no ya say obo Africa obo nyame ani obo Ghana obo nyame ani kura obo bi eno ye problem na omo ye transitions no em say omo ye transition no eno so ka ho ko players ye almost start normal bibre obi betima ready means about to say tamakwasi apia aba ko no decision o take here concerning Samoa Jane, Emma, no time over corona, ne performance ne air cofom. Ibia, sa captaincy decision, no, F external. Bit my basse could do ye, rich my facteno. With Jiku Mone, Painfo Cacro Moom, okay, says ya cried and Painfunisha. Be a Jordan, you Monica Crabino. A face are more disrespected, but not the uncle baby. Beginning me bono he kakra mu se na nka Ghana pe omo mpedro omo try some be wini sana mimi ho no but bon so the more awo person wo be wini no ene lose na ben o je na chi o nhwe na chi ti enra ball no de Sudan for ni deserve omo ball no timi so mo composure ni bibia na ye ti papa obi sa me ho kakra na de betimi aka no.
Thank you very much of Abodi. Now I'm say ade ba ko nso a SCA man Ghana mu osofo a mse ne ba bi ekotwi kaa ma accident bi asi ama mse anuanum se mienu afiri mu no so wa follow story ne kakra be mo
mate ho asɛm na sɛ yɛkuro no deɛ sɛnea ɔman Ghana na bibifoɔ yɛteɛ no ɛyɛ na sometimes woduru baabi a memeduru baabi a yɛ problems yɛ na yɛyɛ problems no because ade a ɛnyɛ wɔ aborɔfo no ho no bɛsɛ abibifoɔ gidigidigi ne yɛ twe kɔyɛ hɔ oh mamo monkola ba wo school mu mamo ntia nkora enne wo ye nipa nkora obi tia obi ba de ne kokot sa nkola ye omo de ka akobɔ say 16 years ma hwɛ video no hwɛ top speed a ode ko na America kora omo kwan soso Europe kora omo kwan soso kora no akora beko cars omo kora omo ye car no obeko speed sa okuru omo kora omo wo kwan at least enti no ye kofa bibi ba yesi human right ni eja nkola no no mo de ye de omo ye ti de ne papa wo sika kakra ne papa din singlecha wa no ontim ono onye tom print o sign otimi sign no sa nkola no no mo ye ne Ghana no we na apie na no ma nkola ne bi ye ne Ghana no isle go hon kora ne yifo ye kira ichese ka na kura so okura no police ni no kura na busua ni bi akura hu bi da police ni bi kura free chichewira na yade na akoto cantonment wo because of party nti ono Benz kura Toyota hu sheda hu bi da na Jaguar Rolls Royce we Bentley we na kura hwe obetima stop hu kura ohwe ka no na ni kura age otia so kura na ni age enti yama omo sene America ka omo singlecha na kakra bi no edi omo na omo jimi no edi akova ye nyina eni entumi nka ye koka si hey uka si hey uka ye chise enye baako me ka se mre bi a na omo ye ipakwasi awawi late vice president a o kire se Akufo-Addo ba jankraman edi ka be ball na ka mu ahomache na omo firi discuba Satam krano onye president opposition leader ba no di ko hwi o di abebo de kam mo no cross wo koda hospital be 3 days eti no me ka kwesi accident ba but kwan ya fa so ba no bepri na krano ene nipa bi wo man Ghana mu a emra no wo mu eni wo mu ha 16 years akura akofa ka minim America ho de but Europe ano de be di itini yemra no eniye na se memfa anko back to your body enra omukwa chese dodan yi ne omosi atizigi na omukon park so enimu asam krode omo ahye mo wi as a professional players omo ahye mo wi adedi na esam kokon itimi de papa search no man de ya na ya se awionfo bi na de akobọ ne kam na Akufo-Addo by the de ko bo mi sa tamoka no de na nka me no omoka de ntikura manche na me de because omo nyina e wa anu a se omo timi ka bi ba omo nka empayinfo omo anu duru kwan mu no omo so enka omo amba so na ye sa nkwase ade no etisanka we no de kwa no de ko jam minister bi ana se dampale ka mu a na ne na bubu ya na dampare na mawu ya obefo so a me ya yemra ni em ya hwe no mayi school mu a ya jankura na momogimi saa obeka obi defend say person no de maaburo ya no kura de na de ba emfa so ben but still ya corruption na kura de ya nya no kura no hu se na discipline wom ofa kofi mu ni ofa kwa mo ebe nwanwa se ombetimi agina ayi abonten adi panyini bi atem ana se enti se nkura we di atem ha na mesopoto mu a nyese bia mesopoto mu mpanyinfo no mu leading kwase se mo di no ka ho papa mo bi mra na me se course na
yo thank you say wa bon komo from diverse angles na me ko wo fatwum berima eso minim so fa koduru Ghana dia ofa kofi bamaso ofa jum ti enka lama ofa jum akopie wo ma Ghana mu yo ma Sam Emre na Sam ni emo nkomo kakra. Sam Bamaso.
Because Charlie Makuma, I'm so,
Ade.
I don't know. And just say there. In common now. Anyway, I mean, yes, I'm mistaken. I mean, they can't cheer man for. Men cheer 30 minutes.
Bomodin it's you.
Oh, Charlie, I've heard them. They can. You cheer. It's your phone. You know, Obia Mubah. You know, you share Obia. In Titero, one person, Papa Smiley, yes, you're tearful, because without them, I guess we're nothing. So they be a down myself, say, almost here, yeah, you're true, yeah, in Kitawa Mekan, yeah.
Yo, na board on the Obashasi or board na Obashasi or Abofrey accident,
Before someone, I think say and shall say for you.
Okay, all right.
Because before Abufrana seminar, me tear audio na ne papa ba America. I say no, yeah. Not all car to something to the extent say like Ghana or beyond stopping and almost stopping in Pokra general and I find a cousin in then. So, and to pick it up from baby of Albert, if free hormone. It's like say, and I've always said it. Say, Ubi Akwalabi sorry, na say Udidi opinion tema all the time on Yebeka say, hey, Akwalabi on board dear, fine could see him. We never bothered to ask why. I didn't know Akwalano. Udidi sa opinion at him. I didn't know Akwalano, yeah, and why? Just a simple why to figure out why they're behaving that way, right? And one of the things that like I've also been over the time now, you've listened to me, I've always conflicted myself because sometimes, I don't know whether to give the blame to the leaders or to give the blame to the citizens. And I've always asked who is willing to take the initiative to do the right thing? Should it be the leaders or should it be, say, like regular citizens, they should take the initiative and do the right thing, even though they know, saying the leaders might not be doing the right thing. And I haven't been able to answer that question. Let's put it that way. I mean, to me, and answer that question. But this is an incident that sometimes, I'm glad that it kind of happened on a small scale, right? Like, clearly, our America now, and the way the kid apparently has been behaving over time. Now, because they said this was not the first time. He does this regularly. And then he posted on social media, and then people are watching him. And this is a kid that doesn't have a license or whatever the case may be. He shouldn't be driving, period. And even here, I call Tennessee this weekend for Saraminamophobia. And then coincidentally, like we're talking about kids driving. And I don't know because me ban on Yendro, but when the time comes now, I'll look into it. And one of my friends was telling me that in Tennessee, apparently, if a 16-year-old is going to drive, like they can only have like, I think 2 or 3 passengers in the car and they have to be in the back seat. They can only drive certain hours. They cannot be like, there's a lot of restrictions in place to ensure the kid is driving accurately. But back to where I was going, based on that statement Nani Papa make here, talking about I don't need a license to drive, I can drive without a license plate, even cross someone pulling me over. It's like general, no one because if you try to harass him or whatever, or for a boss, then you get fired and all those things. And he was making this in another country. It's like spitting in the face of Ghana police, right? Clearly tells you that in his house, this is the kind of example he's setting for his kid. And the kid also took it and ran with it. So it kind of gave me a little bit of an answer to the questions now I've been having over the years, in the sense that who should take the initiative, right? Perhaps if this parent, if this bishop Amwakun was leading by example, do you think Saint Yankani Banebekwa Bonting Akoyesa? You know, when I'm back to school and when I'm driving my kids to school, do you think that I'm over here speeding? I'm over here like driving recklessly? Because I know some banner me even cry when I pick up my phone. The banner catch and say, "What are you doing?" You know, she asks me, she raised that awareness, and I know, and I agree with her. Like, hey, yes, I'm wrong. Let me put it down. I shouldn't be driving and texting because I'm trying to live with an example, and this is clear example of what is happening in our country because leaders are not leading with a good example. Hence, the regular citizens are also doing whatever they want. If it was the case that if they were leading with a good example, if they were setting the bar higher for the citizens, I'm sure at some point these citizens will also get in line and perform, right? But if the leaders is telling you, say, "Oh no, yeah, stop it anyway," it's like, what do you think the people are going to do? And just to end, I was listening to a program and it's like, I was saying in Ghana, it's as if, see, when you get power or when you get fame or when you start making some kind of money now, it's as if, see, the law doesn't, you're above the law, let's put it that way. And it's very, very sad what has happened. So this is a situation that will be, like somebody have lost their life, unfortunately, And this kid, yes, yeah, and random they were questioning the parents or whatever. And I hope the parents will be held accountable because the kid is a minor. If you thought more, if you set a good example, I'm sure they would have behaved. There's so much you can do to the kid, but I hope the parents will be held accountable so it can set as an example for everybody else going forward. So that part. I don't know.
I see. I mean, quite interesting and appalling as well. What happened? So, yes, Bibi Ankwaka Papa Nitrede. She said there is a reason or there's a cause to whatever that happens. Said now, said there's a history of Abrantiano going that speed, and then putting it on social media. I'm say me who video be na or course that speed ni be I thought say video no and the course so said but apparently no much say no, right? And yes video no. Next I say it's been happening. It's been happening, and you ask yourself several questions. No one has ever taken notice. And I said, Bema offer body asma no can say, be a police officer or no, be who can't be a clan tina or be her cano. Na okay, DF power, wow, Janu, Naja, and no, that's the end of it. So,
yeah. And also, it could also be like as last week in Common and Aid, in since last 2 weeks, what was the question book for like this will be back saying Kami Common and Aid
question
like
I don't
I gave example. It could be a situation where even come pulling over, or then somebody sitting in work and say, "Do you know me?" Do you know? And I say, what was the other one that you discussed it last week? Like we make those statements all the time. Like so, it could be a situation where even come pulling over and it's like I say, "Do you know who I am?" Papa Bishop, I'm So they don't even dare to even try to pull him over.
That's right.
And look what has happened.
But it's very, very unfortunate. It tells you we have several issues to deal with as a nation, right? Said yeah, okay, do you know me? And then one thing we need to deal with. Now in well civilized societies, they know the law is to ensure harmony, is to ensure coherent existence among other things. Sedianka emrene hono anki edu run about her. Ubi abe peso obeko. So emrene hono anki edu traffic light asia. Ubi abe pese ubitwem. But it sounds that honum intino. Now there are consequences for you not following those laws. No, you can have some degree of predictability. So we drew traffic lights and say, oh, the aso green. Let's say the other part in the aso red. There is some degree of predictability. Say, enyadia woko no bi ba be crosso ekun. So, except in rare cases, and otherwise. But the laws are there to ensure harmony, coherence among other things. Inti amradi ehun hia. Ehun hia pa. Inti for someone to confidently say or no there more or less and said the OC can ask or broom ran so no. Oh, say and can carry a crowd and can shoot him. Oh,
Yeah, and it's you have to think about it. Like for him to go travel outside Ghana, go to a different country, and boldly say in my country there, like nobody dare pull me over. I can drive without a license. I can drive without license plate, and even if they pull me over, no, me I'm a general, nah, and then I'll just go score. And besides the fact that, oh yeah, a king in your own household, you're a leader in your own household, and this is a bishop. I'm assuming, like Tenamo Boni, then it sounds to say he has one of those mega churches. Like he's a big person, right? Like he's leading a group of people.
That's right.
And you're supposed to be leading with an example for these people. You're supposed to set a good example for not just your family, but your entire church to follow you. And then you go out there and you say this. What do you think those church members are going to say? What do you think, your family is going to say? And you say it out there and, for people to just know, like, who are you? Who do you think you are? And even if you are somebody, like, don't you at least care about the country that you're from and the people that you're supposedly serving as a leader? You should keep it to yourself. And even at least this is a situation where maybe you could have told a lie to, make it look nice, like get the people to follow a good example, and then you just go out there and say. And karma is I'm not gonna say karma is whatever, but I think because maybe he made that statement is why what happened. It shows you, yes, maybe you think well, guess what? The rule of nature just took place, and it showed you that one just will be unstoppable. Well, let's show that maybe Mother Nature can stop you, and perhaps this happened. The sad part is that the kid lives. Now let's see if this man will be held accountable. And knowing Ghana and knowing the statement that this bishop has made in the past, I doubt anything is gonna happen. But what I say, yeah, the back will see. And this is also, and I'll say this to circle back to the first question you also asked me, right? Akwalana were posting on social media several times, and I'm sure the authorities say, did anybody approach him or even go after the fact? Obviously, made me up social media and say, I get that kind of video and just go recklessly and the authorities will see me and they will not come to my house and question me about it. It goes with the same thing happening with Black Stars now. Beside Nipa Bakupe, a hijack a whole nation's team, just doing whatever he is, right? And Ghana for it to honor, yes, I can say, we will wait till everything collapses. Like this case situation, we will wait till something happened, something big happened before and sign amount for Ebeka say, oh, now let's do this, or we will wait till it gets to the worst case scenario before we try to take action. We don't try to prevent it, even though it's happening and we see the signs, and this is where we should step in to try to stop it. We don't do that. We wait till it actually collapses. We wait till the building comes down, kill people, then you try to solve the problem. By that time, guess what? It's too late. Had I known, it's always at last.
It's always at last. You, thank you very much. Na mse making kind somewhere menkai the exact place, but Crophobia no also they used to drive very fast and then post on social media. Na on say hano they can put 1 and 2 together and then they will just take you on. So Sometimes, what those people were doing is, although they may say they are driving this at this speed, yeah, na they know me and say, "Woman kata speed." Say, "Yeah, no, one person, woman kata speedometer, no so." I say, "Oma blare speedometer, no na who say this is the exact speed I walk, but you to say speed I ankasa no walk, ana enye road obeka sibia road we say ono kwa na o use it's a public road that everyone is using, but in cases the police will be able to see something that can show say this is what you are doing, and then they can associate the account to a particular person, and they certainly make sure say they will do the arrest, and take it from there. Ni nyinaa ne say, you see, we yes, ye nyinaa no, ye nyinaa na bia ye evolution edrum pempenso bia we will be able to think about others very well. And if you cannot think of others, the law must force you to be able to think about others, and that's the essence of the law. You see, when your common sense or your conscience refuses to guide you in doing certain things, now the law must step in and force you to do what is appropriate. Well, we hope the law takes its beautiful course for us to get the very best out of this. But the bottom line is, the very ones who are involved in this case, they will rise to some consciousness. They will rise to some awareness. That is the healing that we need, right? Sometimes, we just pause anything and then we want something. That is what we may wish for them, but the objective is we need healing, right? And how do we get that healing?
Purpose might come way, and then I'll step off. It's like, I like this about us as Ghanaian. Like, we're very patient, and we're willing to accept certain things and do it. By, I don't know, maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm wrong, and I stand to be corrected. But I think it's time at Ghana for like things like Namibeye, and I say and I say we've normalized it to the extent that oh wait, it's nothing is gonna happen, so just let it be. I think it's time like as Ghanaians, you drew, maybe I say it started to you kind of saying it into feel extra amount for. We need to be more. When I say quiet violence and as it like we need to be more. We need to get a little bit angry, just a little bit, to just show that you're brave. Because I bet you, like, it's to the point I already gonna for Ajia to Muslim say, oh wait, nothing is gonna happen. Wait, and I say, well, Wako police station or Wako church or Mokai, and then nothing will happen. 3 a.m. but Masaja was saying, we are the when you bring one out cancer. You know how we talk, right? It's time we have to change that attitude. It's to me extra other emotions. We need to channel other emotions, whether it be say a protest, and I say whether it be whatever the case may be, we have to start being a little bit angry, like since men an animal time, it's not helping. We have to really rise up at some point and take our country back, because anybody back up and hijack entire football for how many years now and just do whatever he wants with it. Like, who are you? Come on, it belongs to everybody. So it's like I told you, and I was shaking. Like you get these things, and like because make it form and say shaky. You just, I don't even know what to say. we have to do something. Something needs to be done.
That's
It
right.
cannot just be or just accept this to be the norm. We cannot do that. Something needs to change. Something needs to happen.
Okay.
Something really needs to happen.
So something and something. Hey, you have to define
I'm
the
almost to
something.
the borderline that I'm like it's a very blur line, and I'm
Because
almost there where I'm saying, you know what, everybody go to the parliament house or whatever and just peacefully protest. I don't even know what peaceful protest is anymore, you know, because how do we say January 6th, so many and they rush the capital. I'm not saying anybody should do that in Ghana, but at the same time, I'm saying something needs to be happening. What that something is, perhaps you thought me about how say Mona can offer farming name. Mr. Bean, maybe we can come up with something
something. Okay.
it's not too violent, and we can come up with something. But we cannot keep doing this, talking and eventually keep educating people that are not listening and they're not. We can't keep doing this. Something needs to happen.
Okay. All right then. So something, no. We hope say, and then at the end of it all, we'll be able to establish one of the somethings that needs to happen. In the Nguti Abbey, into the Abbey, and so a walker. Abbey, say what him and Kanwa already at Bamaso. Before we move on to Monarch of Kwame. All right. Okay. Me Monarch. Abbey Abba. Abbey. Yeah, Bamaso, Abbey, Bamaso.
Yeah, Charlie, I drink yesterday. I came on and went off a bit. I was a bit busy. So what were you discussing? Has Mr. Chum spoken already?
Of a Chum said, I don't know, so I tried to cry. My friend, but he hasn't responded.
Yeah, but I heard some speaking. I didn't hear.
Yeah.
So what is the issue?
Well, so we imagined free flow Tuesday. That's because we couldn't come yesterday, and then the questions and answers. No, now Ofabwedi spoke about the performance of the Black Stars. And certain things that happened on the pitch as well. So I said there was disagreement or a grudge between two of our stars. Well, it's another thing altogether. We need some investigations, said the investigation into that or what have you. And your call, I'm say also for Salifu, Salifu Amwakwana. Salifu and sounds Amwakon. Ne ba de ka akunya accident bi o my god I'm sending so follow case na meboa.
Yeah.
No na Sam say o say wakasa nyina na ho popo. Na the intia ne ho popo no to a greater extent na meti ase. Say uye nyansani a you don't have to learn from your own experiences. You can learn from the experience of others as well. Although they say experience is the best teacher. But it doesn't mean the experience has to come from you. Now, in a similar vein, you don't necessarily have to feel some pain before you can appreciate the pain someone is going through, right?
So you think that before you go on, you continue. You think that Salifu something is he a sensible pastor?
Unya
But I'm drawing from your conclusion.
Say Anna American say enka if you are wise any kwan say otwan ma ye team one sana what who said ye etin ya esitie that is I mean if your wisdom is gone on a different level but say we say okay whatever is happening no say nka emofra na o ma free mu no If he had turned the other way round, how would he have felt? So that is where the wisdom comes in. Would he stand somewhere and say, me driver never need license to cry, among other things, I'm okay. I mean, nobody can touch me or whatever. Someone that didn't sit here.
He went on to say, who can dare stop him?
Only identity. Hey, say if someone feels above the law, let's say be a cause something to him or his family, would he be okay? So on identity. And I'm a some who so on this side. And you know, Kakraba cow hono. Come here, why?
Papa Smiley, if you remember, I used to say Allahu Akbar.
God is great. God is great. Yeah.
Exactly. I like that thing, except that I cannot say it publicly here sometimes, because anywhere you hear this Allahu Akbar, guns will flow. Papa Smiley, look, we in our part of the world, I don't know whether out of stupidity or out of gross ignorance, we've given these sort of characters too much leverage. Do you understand? When I hear this man speak, I say, wow. And they call him Archbishop. I don't know what they feel, what are these titles? But you see, God has shown how stupid he is. Do you understand? You saw in the Bible, there was one rich man who was boasting, I will do this, I will do this. God said, you will not even see the following day. So I don't know what sort of Bible these people read, whether they are able to even read. They reach a point where, they get out of touch. Humility is not important anymore. But Papa Smiley, this is the nature of environment we've created, or so-called. Papa Smiley, I don't see anybody in Ghana, anybody at all as a big man or woman. No way. No. I don't, because Papa Smiley, bigness or whatever shows the output you churn out. And if you call yourself a big man, a president, and you don't have integrity, you flout laws anyhow, you don't have compassion on your people, you are arrogant. I mean, what makes you big? Because as a leader, you are supposed to serve your people. But let me give you a few instances. Do you think, how do you juxtapose this incident? This stupid man calling himself Archbishop. What has happened to him and his pronouncement? How do you juxtapose that with Cecilia Dapa? Have they got any similarity? But she was exonerated. There was a time Stephen Amwa also was caught driving somewhere around Legon area. What excuse did he give? You understand? And Baba Smiley, UK here, one minister was caught over driving. I've forgotten his name. I think, it's not Jeff Fund, somebody. He was caught over speeding. Do you understand? Then the wife, when they sent him the fine, the wife claimed it was her who was driving because he didn't want to mess up the political career of the husband. Do you understand? A few months down the line, the man was, they separated. And the wife went forward again to say, no, I made a mistake. It wasn't me, it was my husband. They put both of them in jail. Do you remember? So, personally, this is the characteristic of the society our so-called political class or thieves parading as politicians have created in a system. So every Tom, Dick, and Harry is following this. People are more interested in titles than complying with the law. or complying with regulations. Papa Smiley, if this thing happens to any of Akufo-Addo's family or any MPP member, do you think it will go far? Tell me, will it go far? They'll kill the story. They'll kill the whole thing immediately. Even when they go to court, you see, one thing which annoys me in Ghana is, Papa Smiley, when you go to court here or in America, you commit whatever offense and you go to court in America or something. Papa Smiley, can you challenge? You are not going to defend your case, but you go and tell the court that this court, I'm questioning your locus. Why it should be a court? You special prosecutor, I'm questioning why you are a special prosecutor. Can you do that here in this part of the world? But in a part of the world, when people behave stupidly and take them to court, they are questioning the authenticity of the jurisdiction. And we look them to do it. Do you understand? This is the best case. They were questioning whether the special prosecutor has a locus. Special, you cry, when were you found? You are not a how? Then we make fun, we make joke, then we go. You can hear America or in developed world. Can you go and question that institution that you cry you are not supposed to exist? You are not properly formed. So the politicians, the parliament, or the whatever people who wasted their time, they wasted their money to debate these things and establish it. All what they've done was useless. They mess up our money anyhow, time, everything. Like Sam was saying, Papa Smiley, we are waiting to see. This man will be walking on the street and he'll be bragging more. That, hey, if you joke with God, they are the only people who claim to be anointed. You know what they used to say? Do not touch my anointed. This one, you think this man is anointed? This one who is boasting is anointed. Who anointed him? Who? Someone who can come out boldly to say, who born dog to stop me? Allahu Akbar. God is great. Do you understand? When I saw him this week, quiet, like his face was like a rat, or I don't know how, quietly like that. This one, every Tom, Dick, and Harry who finds a title for him or herself want to be above the law. They will be joking. We will be supporting them. How can you go to this guy's church to go and sit down? These idiots preach you. This one and Kusi something, alias Edu Jemfi. This one, two people will go to their church and they will be preaching them. These people. Look at Joyce Ayi. Salt and pepper. Look at Joyce Ayi. This woman is saying she doesn't see the need for the cathedral. The cathedral, which is discontinued, is a dead project. She doesn't see the need for continual running costs to be incurred. I mean, how do you think about this? Do you understand? Then when I posted a contrasting story that Walgreens, one of the largest retail shops in America, it's a pharmaceutical retail shop. They are closing, I think, about 1,200 of their shops. And if you read, they say at some point, Walgreens used to have a shop in the Pentagon, White House. Do you understand? That tells you the extent of how that company is valued. These companies say they are closing 1,200 branches. Do you understand? Immediately they take that decision, no costs will be incurred on those branches again. Somebody say, hey, they don't even understand why I should. It's not Ghana. It is. But Basmali, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Sometimes it's difficult to argue with people who don't understand what the whole governance and management thing is about. To them, just support, just talk anyhow. Do you understand? But governance and management and so you learn from examples. Do you understand? That is what world class is about. You look at the best in class and follow. But look at us. That best in class thing, that is why some of us made mistake and thought Akufo-Addo will apply best in class practices to Ghana. No, we're wrong. Do you understand? He's applying that Achim stupidity to manage Ghana. To be chief. That is what he's doing. He's even finished doing it even. Less than 2 months, he's gone. And I wish Ghanaians would sweep these MPP people, sweep them off the scene, sweep them. We don't want to see their footsteps. We don't want to see their remains again. This MPP. If Ghanaians are listening, this is what I expect them to do. Sweep them, sweep. Clear everything from these idiots. Papa Smiley, you see, you made mention of the Black Stars, and I think something else. Papa Smiley, you see, there was a serious fight between national security, the military, the police, and customs. Have you read that thing?
I mean, Debbie, why?
Have you come across that, Papa Smiley?
Nah, Koso, why?
You haven't?
No, I have not. Yeah.
Yes, there was a serious altercation between these 4 security institutions.
Would you go to church?
Hello?
Abe, Koso.
Yeah, and Papa Smiley, when I read that thing, or when I saw some of the videos, I felt so sad. The only thing which came to my mind is no wonder Ghana is being ruled chaotically and stupidly like Akufo-Addo. Papa Smiley, where is coordination? Who does what? Do you understand? I mean, it's like these 4 institutions, simple coordination is missing. It's like they all don't know their responsibilities, like Akufo-Addo. I mean, how can 4 institutions be? They were shooting guns, They were shooting guns, fighting among themselves. Simply because the police wanted to escort a smuggling group, 20 bags of cocoa. And customs people say no. Military came to the scene to separate the national security. I mean, Papa Smiley, do you think this thing will happen in the UK or in America or in Germany? Do you think this will happen?
Okay. All right. Abe, Brennan, Mama, dear, see ya. Why? Now, say, Abe, the actually phone me back to carry on there. Then you can come in later on. Now, I'm Muso, right?
Yeah.
Just a quick one.
Yeah.
Say, now, can't you talk about leaders? Say,
Yeah.
Especially how you see word can see be stupid. So, now, the are two Abama stupid. No, so yeah.
Papa Smiley, what makes the word stupid, Kessie?
Abi, Yabusa, and nothing about bunching. Also, that Abi. Me say, the are two Abama stupid. No, so yeah.
Papa Smiley, you give somebody the benefit of the doubt.
The Abi. Yeah. Your two Abama stupid. No, so yeah.
It's not stupid. The person just give whoever is stupid the benefit
all right,
of the doubt.
Abi, thank you. Why?
Papa Smiley, do you know what it means to give somebody the benefit of the doubt?
Abi, it's okay, Matty.
Do you understand? It's like I feel you are stupid, but I'm giving you a second chance.
Matty, Abi.
To prove to me that you
thank
are
you.
not.
Matty, why? Thank you.
Papa Smiley,
Abi, yeah, it's okay. Oh, sorry. Na, my mama kimra. When your hands are full like this. Yo, Monarch.
Yeah, so asking, that's why you are shouting me.
Tobias, what's it that there? What's it say?
I say you are multitasking, that's why you are shutting me down.
So near waka be fine into yeah. Why? Monarch, Bamaso.
I didn't catch the papa.
Naboko there.
I didn't know madam.
Good. Them so kasa no we chire kakra ntia no ama ne so why?
About you.
Okay.
And then me use Bluetooth. You fufu bi nti say or yen hwehwe ni.
Hey. O say kabion.
Me say me use Bluetooth device fufu bi na say or yen hwehwe ni. Afi de
okay. Come here. If it's good, I'll let you know.
Afi de
ɛwɔ fam paa sɛ deɛ alanda fam hɔ nom no 13 hɔ no
oh no
hwɛ ne page mu sɛ deɛ Bawumiada number 1 no why ɛba soro m sɛ ɛyɛ duru number 8 okay duru number 3 yeah yɛnkɔ Yonko.
Okay.
Yonko.
Hopefully. Oh God.
You Kabi. Ati Kabi. So what in common kakra?
Mate kakra.
Koso.
So for Elisha Sally from Wako. In fact, said na Sam Ekan. Honestly, me who video no first time no na inya me to just say so for Elisha Sally from Wako bana a causes accident no. In fact, na me hoye me basa say ni papa na I was just a lot of things were running through my mind saying car to me pem na car na seat na door na lock say what came untimi mpi I was just trying to figure it out say me na told me a ka me de na be pem door na say like ubedi kan wu no wahye I was just trying to figure things out hwe say car na hye sa na yesi nipa hye na fire service for person to track and crazy nipa no muntimi nyino no. So later when it came to the news he said suffer ebibana 16-year-old boy na oko yes adam na sa time na mu na ne video bi nso ba ya ogina brochire ka say ono no the chrome no police nche no who born you by mistake to arrest him. And the only thing I can ediko wie ne say oti o man a emrana e wo man nim na aya na nsententan e kire mo bi ntimi nchi mo bi ase ya na obeti so wa hwe pa na de oni to form a o man na friend gan upeni po mo misbehave e form hu di freely e asofo any politicians. And these are the two people that are representing two entities, religion and politics. And Oma succeeded in brainwashing their followers to thinking, say, Omo ye next to God. And even when a pastor is misbehaving, now kokan, unuya dasenia or no enemies as some are in the crano. Religious extremism, tino, or si jayo, or in yaminipa. Politician be ya the name yana kokan, unuya or no enemies as some are in the crano. Political extremism, jai. And when she, or when your way and or more misbehavior or my name. Yana anu ya na so for video Victor Kusibuati. Adia papa na ye na court judge or human rights court can say your conduct borders on criminality. No, the man is working a free man because nadam for ne Bawumia, because nadam for ne police penny event say dampare nadam for ne Akufo-Addo. Me na me woni fie na Akufo-Addo ban in 2016. Because these people think they find themselves within the proximities of the corridors of power and they can misbehave. When you are with them in their closet, and some of you they feel more powerful than the president. I tell you. Me de matana sofu bi na ase paint minim de maker. Sofu Victor Kusibuati. Nano last year ho baby. Ninu bi the car bo papa bi kunu. Reckless driver the car bo papa na dead. Mumisa se kosi say. I no foolish case. Sa kwa no the car bo papa na papa no wiye. Me na tena sofu ne car mu da o ka tell me say sofu car the police in chino. Enti what is the correlation between police for na sofu na ntino? Chese se sofu bi ko ba bia wo hwe police escort e de mo na krom ha mete kra no Toulouse ha mete no. Toulouse mayor no wa no kra no ono about bicycles so for bana police soldier fu gu no te say de woye oh god and ya ne amasa de naba and I was saying say wo the car kobo obi ka mama maami bi ne ba wu dead nipa mienu ahye be the pain you've caused in the hearts of the bereaved family no can never be erased wo ba no ye kwa ni surgery ne hoto na sofo no be surgery na so dem aka nkwasi asem say because o ye prophet nti na ono ne ba ne de hwe anya no obeka so nze me prophet nti me covering my covering prophetically me bra honhum sunsun wi ase na me yime obeka sa nkwasi asem and okoka I mean to say who police nti me nchew wo ye hwan and almost be a if I be a man of God yes Samsung for the manufacturer here we are all men of God nyame na hu mobo so if of all them kwasi asema mudi nyame timi fa wo so emobi nya ne healing nyame timi fa wo so kan obi ahinta sem che na nyame pese o kire wo say he has turned blind eyes on your stupidity and your nonsense and o pese o use you as a vessel and until that God could even use a donkey to speak and until that God could use a raven to feed a prophet a major prophet tisa so for no omo baggy ego no omo what said the said omo no nya metina round table who brainstorming about wiase it's sickening share the usu empire na no ya na me defending ono meba no so me blasting the left right center how do you even call a journalist here to a gendarme journalist threatening him say obema nkrofo to nsu na gu abonten if you are a man of God wo si nyame honhom na de adwuma must you even engage the services of obi say obi nkoyi obi nsu gu abonten speak to your God. Elisha, a friend, sister, mom, bury in Caribbean. Also speak to your God. Some smart cancer, some go talk with him or take me. And only a becker so in your minipa. What the prophecy about one thing, then go for attack. Why are you defending the prophecy? Are you the one to fight God's battle for him? Nyame the assembly smile. What can we? Now, baby. And let God do his own thing. But me say, religion tia, shajoy say, Mame penyumo in him swaku school. One I say so in Yamisumnia. A glow o kama me for mpanyimfo na mbom pae no to say project na halt here why must we also halt payment to employees I mean Joyce say our shop na okofo bi say on shop na no as shopkeeper na shop na name e from na o close shop na say until further notice na maybe a shop na ma start take stock around shop na nipa na wa ma kwatena fi no obetu am ka on enye ne bottom sikenti on be ka ne say me can say na me ba Black Stars so enra we lost 2-0 me pese me bi so to ado say first leg no can say the Sudanese were lucky enti enra de no so Angola ene e be ball draw mo se na pitch ne nya mo de share pitch Sudan ene e be ball draw mo se they were lucky enra so de ne woni a Sudanese team players omo bo Sudan team ni bi bo Aliha Omdurman to say Asante Kotoko none of their players any meet the caliber of players Black Stars. Jordan ball Leicester, we bought West Ham. We bought Atletico Madrid, Iñaki Williams. The players, head to head, they are far miles away than the Sudanese players. This is a team and Tokwenti. Why Janka will be my Libya for man assassin or training. You couldn't beat this team home. Or the work on neutral grounds are show 2-0. Didn't be an assistant Becca. Makase, what Coach Otado, the performance on the Black Stars bench is synonymous with Baumia as the vice president. Busy for nothing. I said, Coach Yanyan Shabo as a cranan atadia for sweat, ni 300 fifi. As Obayad and Wangasobiama, the baby in a few brother. And I can to create leadership all fan the GF, or so I say Kufado. Arrogance, mean to me, we we am enemy, we contest me, sa. Kwasi asemsa no so si efi honom na woko kan obi abeka kire say na Kwasi Nyantakyi was working magic na bro go and check there are countries Morocco the past few years Morocco football is in ascendancy. World Cup they are the first African country to reach the semi-finals. Omo call under 20 na no yom sa tournament bi omo na je omo junior teams ni bi go and check Champions League, African Champions League, Raja. So it tells you, say, they are doing things that we are not ready to do. You call World Cup near my car. Near Bania Bedini Yanum. You see people and the football people. the GFA Executive Council will be $100,000 each. And so basically, you need one quality stadium because we a FIFA standardized stadium as an ASA Olympic Games are young Bohoka. Or my win team. Ghana J Cup of Nations 4. Na Cameroon ni Egypt Minyambe and Omunyina Babisanyo. Always living by the past glories. Okokan yesemenka. Football aye ne Ghana hano. Basics na say, ye league say, ye coast football say, juvenile tournaments under 17, under 20. Last 2 weeks was say under 20 aje 5-0. And everything is in tatters. Instead of us to sit down and think and plan. One is we coach. This is a player scout. Player scout. Wouldn't mention according to a level where Ghana caught Cup of Nations twice. The team qualified from the group stage. The last time, Comoros. Ghana was struggling to beat Comoros. Comoros beat us comfortably. Comoros. A crowd Kumasi population in Krabedo so aseno. It's simple. MC 1994 na Ghana NTN qualified for Tunisia 94 Cup of Nations. And since when Pana owns the Black Stars, assemble African countries or more Cup of Nations, not Black Stars and count. But many fear the 40 years in one Black Stars are Cup there be. And it's because people have merchandised the Black Stars, the GF video your head, what the guy has managed to commoditize the Black Stars, say, and then the Black Stars no more business. Player or merit and young friend that or the only player your own agency, Beba Sabeya, football agent, Bibi who no assigning no. Aha, the only no. Timemenkai the last time Black Star Boba, me support your mother. Yet Misha Black Star no appetite dear Dimi Fufu because Adia Moya and your minor hodo, a business, and Tienda Quesia Piase was saving the public purse. We your next match, Ebono, and says a foreign player be I am for Kotokone has. Any nation safety for now because yeah, they are qualified. And see, qualified there. Let's give the 2 matches no. Young farmer the local players and young access to okay. We are giving you the platform to also showcase your talent. Say, moving forward, we can also rely on you guys because you need let's say be travel plane ticket, aba business class, first class. No, them no aba. Moba no aba fefe moto. And we cannot put the blame on the players. Players may say Ghana playing someone they are good, but there is a problem somewhere. And it is the FA. Until we solve it, until we deal with the cause of the problem, no. Utiyo yana se, okore para, ebiana constipation when you until so be deal with the constipation, owe para pusa, ebe kobesaba. Papa mdebesia.
Yo, now very a quick one, yana snappy. Sounds I will say until we deal with the cause, no. Ebi so say the cause is Nyantachi leaving the FA.
Obi obeka se bia no mpa no kre papa Nyantachi no enti nko wunso e Nyantachi si wawu sesi ya enti yemfa se Nyantachi no
oye
okay onwuye ba bibia si a bibi na esi ye na yo no ani su ne ban na de no ko se ho enti omo ya no mo kasa no mo pese yemfa Nyantachi so na corruption ne ketasese na ekoso no enkoso ntena ho ana on said nan ya statistics bia be se Ghana one of the countries what MC we are say 8th country ye IQ from pa and it's true. Obi abonzo wakasa asem ni bia ne IQ from nyansa ye de tase asem se besepa ne ko nyina ha ban se nipa no ni bi. Se Nyantachi na our connections were careful ntini nya favors bi ntino. E se nkema ne tena ho. Ye ma ne ntena ho. Obako school na onyenya apon kitinkiti fit teacher ni ho na se or the escape no okona ni ma. Wo se oba ne ya ade nti you believe so Obana yade Obana can he compete with Sakra na wonya assistance bien free teacher ni bia ho no free ni team asua de no Obana ne sa nipa no kosia wo betimi compete no I mean sa some na nkofo Canada na papa se metimi aba second rounder papa bi na friend Max Kofi Dwuma no
uze u raise issue bi wo pa
okay se nyame adom na mtimba second rounder because me free her I am going to do a response video. It is a meeting we enter my second round. Maba betuja no.
Okay.
But only to say say obi ti say Kofi Dwuma ka say Alan Chamatin say bi waboda ma. Obi a oye badwema bia be hu say doctor bi free UK ba sesia say oye doctor hwehwe adwemu yare. Ya ma na duro so mfa memu bia na adwenye. ɛnnom sɛ bɛyɛ na adwum bɛda hɔ a ohu Kofi Dwuma no hu alankyemate a ɔmfa nkɔma alan ɔde bɛkɔ akɔma Kofi Dwuma saa statement na papa no make yɛ no sɛ doctor bi ɔyɛ psychiatric doctor fi UK na America ba sisia na ɛsɛ yɛama ne nuro ɔmfa mmerɛ nkɔfoɔ a ɔsusu sɛ ɔma adwum mu ka ɔma a na Ghana aka nipa tu pɛ alan ɛne Kofi Dwuma na ɔmo te hɔ a ɔmo mbie ɔma no nkasa ayɛ koraa no by their facial expression no yɛbɛtumi de aduna akɔ akɔma Kofi Dwuma. That's what I want to say.
All right. But that's not also okay response and also okay reaction.
Bear response. So what is what to me for? What to me for? But say ma no panic a free response lane ni could do reaction lane in there. Na and also no what do you say?
All right. You try and make it a response, right?
So
and not a reaction, right?
Mate, Papa, mate.
Make it a response. Why? Okay.
Mate.
Yeah, but that's it, Monarch. Ono so di aba. Some pempens way. Them say obosomfo ebesum no obosomfo som no. Ofa Kwame and then Kwabena. Na yes, Ofa Kwame. Ofa Kwame ana Kwabena. And then whichever way obosomfo may choose to go no. Na ono so atwas into obosomfo sa wote menka come in na ma Ofa Kwame emra and then Kwabena and so asoso why no obosomfo okay all right until obosomfo sorts himself out no ma Ofa Kwame emra why Ofa Kwame so what even can Bama so?
Yeah,
almost on Faba. Why?
I check
over here for Kwame. Why?
Well, my man, you know, and as my team in our swami, you say this honesty test in the Bay Jumana. Now, Papa, a banner, sir. On our phrase, Simuno, basically, who so be see we each and answer Weber and Sana Oba.
Sa come you say
me say ebia me cra list ni na say me bisa afre for na on si dey hu say ono baja obi ana we bansa na oba cause me ye honesty test na say ni metimi a verify
you see unless you say one kasa no se bia usually no say me na bia me church e wa ha say and then you based on what you have you try to put someone to the test but okay. Even say bia
data no data
even say bia uti say on my sheet na no say bia abi ebeto sam right but we say abi ni sam ho na back ne na bia abi ekaso ono ne bia o back ne a it could also mean say bia ono kura ba ya kura wa hwe omo ana omo so what I say but then again no in that case no said you will can honesty as me nka o say o ka so me ba ya na ma hwe omo ana omo so but someone to knowing very well say obetu obi no obeka say o ma hwe omo so then it leaves you in a limbo as to how to choose who came first only identity no and there are so many ways of you playing around it yes no kura na wo yem opa na OEP and if you know very well say una obetu obi ana say obi beto wa and then you observed it wo yem opa EP that's all why
yo papa me da say na oja ichi ama me die bibi o ha opese me hu ansa na
am say na Ofa Kwame and next why
okay na
Ofa Kwame we ana Kwabena nso aba why
Mebo Ofa Smiley
yes
sabi asembi na mami nyu anu ansa no akompa who say democracy no the woman ne mra ba ko ne say wo so obokotu one vote. Hey, you be president. You be elections no be koso. Into democracy there. It waits for no man. It is one year obi beye in your place. Etina when that Greek philosopher no or yes Senyas are forcing or participating in a year nation building. And the Indian Kwasi Afono Beba. No masa be shemra e dia wemu. Sanity. Agrono ni rules no. Okay, Obusumfo.
Yo Ofa Kwame. Bonjour, Monsieur Kwame. Na Ofa na ye French saying uncle. Ni saying. Send ye canon.
Ofa.
Aye.
Ofa die abrofi kra sana me kache omu. Na opeso oti asia ma chire omu. Eche uncle.
Aye.
Simply.
Okay. Now can me bisa say obi French ni frɛ Ofa Kwame e wo French kase mu a say no basic frɛ wo.
Oba frɛ me Ofa Kwame.
Na say Ofa Kwame ninge. Enye French Ofa Kwame.
Adabi edin die yen translate o. Edin die. What tempted so translate obi din a na ke say o twist no.
Okay. Yo, ebeda wase. Na bama so em say wetiti bia inti then I would ka ho amaye.
As a matter of fact, mintumi update me ho wo niema ekoso wo Ghana. But mako bi a flash wo mani so. That prophet bi a ese frɛ no uzu bempa. Okoha no okoha. Mintumi hu so etutu ni o se di nyu enti ase. Wakwishira mama afi de o de bai so alankash so say baumia so ntua ni di so se di nyu enti se di aka se o abandon baumia banya no ne hia me de na se ade training wo ho ne ensuo no ensuo no de no kreni bo koko oduma kuma dia o de che Ghana no sisi wonu ne ho enti mu bi enya attempt say Nyankopɔ odwene Ghana ho no ye nipa ya feel nyame number 1 so ke ade a wo de che Ghana na ni nyina abeda ni musu egu yeso na mo sori a mo si nyame ben nipa mu ye nkontompofo ade a nyame ichire nkontompo mo nsum nyame mo sum musika mo sum musika na ne mra no mo mfa nye adwuma mo sori a mo si Ghana ye dabi o ke Ghana Nyankopɔn me de minim say we yi nani afri Ghana for so nti munye de mope only say bra ye kwa destroy Gomorrah no Abraham according to Bible no chese oni Nyankopɔn negotiate enti Nyankopɔn man figure bi say okay seminya this number of people ewo Gomorrah na Sodom memu a destruction no emaso enti say no say destruction no maya enam say ogusu tonsuo maya ne a enam say still ya yenyanru nipa bi wo mu a Nyankopɔn hwɛ ema hardness a ye famu no ebeka wo mu enti no ogusu tonsuo na nko dane Ghana desert a kenu ano no say e wo dane Ghana desert na be kire ye nyansa because ye are sworn for how say o my pa mo say Nyankopɔn abadwuna tumutirim mo value gold e change you obi pe
na Ofa Kwame okase Nyankopɔn agya oman na amagana fo a then na opatre is nyame ni man
dem pese mchen say mo bra Bra.
Christopher ne nyame somfo ye omo wo manim so na so omo da so som nyame nti so omo no hu ni se ne awusi hu ni se
And I may
nyame
say, apapa wo mu no nti na Nyankopɔ ogusu tonsuo. Ayesa kwa block yen. Kwa block yen. Asodin eniyeme nsi kwa mu. Debi o. Se o kind 10 commandments no. Eniyema eye prohibited. Chira me die Ghanafo wo mu say we die ye free mu a ye practice bi wo Ghana. Ni nyina
ye 10 commandments na mba Ghanafo.
Hwe eye Nyankopɔn ne constitution a odi man nipa no. 10 commandments ne ye Nyankopɔn constitution odi man nipa. Wo mu edi ye adwuma bia eko wo mu yi. Why? Because hwe mami nkancho obetu wiase o. Die nkrofo kika no ne evolution num ne yi no. Enke hu obetu wiase. You came into the system naked. And you are going back naked. And only a friend in reality. Now, Banswa, nature will provide you needs amount. And the obeying eventually ubejano because a lease. Wow, you don't owe anything. Be being where you're there. You're the famon, Sefa Bobra. Oh, qua. Hey, you're the beguada kemwa. Are you useless? And the more also more realities. Now, who obi niama support to say life better us one. Who babe say no. Now, the freedom our definition. You don't go beyond your boundaries. And you want to mean destroy your life. Now destroy the effect your neighbor. And yeah, freedom no. I was all respecting now respect to now who buy no wabe numuncio. Why nipa? Now, Baba says you like generation ebano, a dear no monum. Poison wing. I say and qualaya the warm. Any deformities a can home. Also, more by chichro mine. Hey, none of these people, Abranti was a demonstration won't could be shed also on Kobe because who need when him say that vita friend in Siono, and as he say, yeah, destroy no. But umia also because or say or no dear good no and no pedibia koto oe into or no dear good no when you need to hear be said the beya or the beco shopping of Paris my who's all French come up and mama so on the all say guarantee for no dear guarantee or horse or bar wa guarantee yaku atumbia will be released. Now these are the people who are in Ghana. Yeah, Mami Kancho. Croti say Costa Rica. Any say Burkina so Pikeba. Yeah, so who respect to soya? You have everything. Who respect to Unsuya? You have everything. Because Adriani, your friend you primary energy. And free a moon. They say China for no more bomodia. I hear impossible man I possible. Semako no say potato as in say why to meet ye sweet potato. Who say a niniba. But the woman say so one several primary energy no. Hey, what da form? And so one who pass will be a new mind. So be serve primary energy, you need the soil, you need the water. Now just any water, potable water, and share and water, yin share, sabi, would it be good we are more? Mammy be called Ghana. Now we're free on no.
Overquame, answer now become a min no sono. Some okay nano, or minor if we ask you be him say a leadership failure because your sector minister so mo dey report aba me ama report on niema koso nti ni hia ne say anka aban and as a leadership implement actions e dey stop but onye Ama no minister ne kra na wakwa ne findings, the research, the report abano. Ya gini di brief ni nsem. It's clear say abano nye committed say oba be boa or how and I say the consequences na say it's a consequences now.
Here we are.
Money they ban. And you know what is the way forward? Say Ghana for to move on citizens no so I demonstration.
And they say you see the constitution they rule home. The constitution no will be contract 4 years. And this why your papo so your papo or pan will free so because oko kanoa one will hear so your force so one will share a court to assem so. And what the 2 million mobi. What just one man you find a blank check. And to me the open. Mobe su mobe ye dinu mo say one transfer 4 years. The constitution so munyan say mo no. E wo say mo hu say wo china nye nipa dia. Eni pasifna. Enti constitution no eni say makwan say obi a won perform no obetena so. But Ghana for nyansa no. Akufo-Addo say constitution no ye mo hu bai. Enti na chesen Jimmy no ne betene mo ni a recycle no
asema okay me know ya adwen in the sense you say ye dey akwa ne say after 4 years bia na ya assess aban the performance na ya sa renew and na say ya revoking the mandate and yes sir but before the 4 years no aside from the election no I didn't anka yentimi nye bia assessment body bia na say
exactly.
Nanka say ye pekwan bis ne de 82 fia de so ansa na 4 years no because ye hwe han na say
Ura science mu a ye catch your science ye den science is about measurement and nipa no oba na wo measure na say wunim say wo de be kodicha you don't have to waste time.
You don't have to wait and exactly.
Ye cat say wo betimi o but adwuma no so che o enti ye fa cho ye mpese ye di okina so be ma wo ton ye hwehwe kwan foforo. It's as simple as that.
And also now ye were factors, ye were basis and as grounds that
you was ye hwehwe measurement of on performance. You should measurement of performance. And Tinipa no ofeli ya entemwa do because enipa no doso. Ye Akufo-Addo as an example. Promise Ghana for nya gidi woni mu se stay there. Ye how nyina to otwa. But here we are. This very person. And as I say, what say Bibia sa corrupt system no woman yes come what to vote. What is this? To me, Jina say Baumia de at all costs. Me president's basis so said the beya will take you over from me. Na Ghana for no master show okasa ubewu. One kasa ubewu. Enti so person fighting for your freedom. Show it. Na me say meti ahanom. Anka me wo fia me court won anka me ne beko. The highest court say ya reni sa constitution no for so long. Momo ma ye chance bia me enye referendum e wo sa constitution no so. And the idea say e wo say ye kan humbo mu no. Ye ntumi nka ye humbo mu. All along ye dividing ye reni ye man. And ye shift system. We ba na we ko. It all the big na ye scratch my back. And to say ye di ba the o mind.
Whether was in our constitution dia Alan Trematin or the transformational plan na capture constitutional reform enti say o pese uhu sa constitutional reform ne dia
master constitution no a philosophy it was built on certain philosophy
Mate it's just me who constitutional reform any of the other political parties no manifesto and as policy
repeat is built on certain philosophy bi na abrofo nim say ye divide ye ho a ene de it gives them hope. Enti almost say yam practice partisan democracy they say one nation yenchichie mu ti se obusua ho no yesichiche mu na mo nre ne abusua no na common sense wo we mu master we nko ade mo nko
friend just hold on na you call the next caller so na you best about to be mti ofa kwame na yate ne nka no from France na me nko one next Kwabena na Joseph
otuaso
one etuaso
ofa smile say Kwabena na etuaso
Kwabena okay ni mame emane kwan ombra Kwabena bamaso
Accra adwen kasio na bibia aboko de
bibia aboko na nanoma daroma boni bia ni ha na ejidi say US so bibia aboko say mo de mo elections na anya ben next month
yede bibia aboko
na no so mo info analytics for ni bi o mutimi yes apples no etimi
na obosonfo so timi sa question na de abrochi na enye ni nyane America ewiase nyina ne ha so bebusa asem
abusa no records no data ben na airflow because ye na ye nya kwan enkan ye wu
ba you no te bukom no ka America sem o ti bukom so be ka America sem na ofa kwame ayi my muso ofa kwame o France ayi African country be na money o mo share border no
Morocco ana Libya. Algeria.
African country be na o money France share border.
By sea no.
Oh, one year your friend in Maghreb countries, North Africa.
Money North Africa for na share mi busaka ke me kama sam keke. Ndino mi busaka ke me nya mencheche mu. A simple question. African ibe na money o mo share we na keke na me busa. Okay, ya mute no client you the uncle. Am de be kama na am say obosonfo adana me bia besin atwom say ye wo mo ya after thought so hu asemosi na mo ka bi ene wo obinim so mo dwen hwe kan so hu o mo be dwen ahwe kan o betimi hu say asem a ene niam ekoso yi we ne betimi asi emre bi atwom kakra papa wo ha kokko ko bedi madanse e be ka che ne senka daachi bia mehia ne papa bia mechia no na mama na mo because minim say ne papa man good training because asem no atwom ateko be 2 years ni ache don ena mini minya me sem kan ya o say otimi kwa asori na so fo preach otimi ka asem o so fo kan di asem me masem na wo ka ejene bi enya wasem o so fo ntin wasem bia o ba be ka che bi o so fo kan wasem nyame asem a tele Nyankopon ka say wa boy say ne seso no ti ya dwen di say nyame adwen ye niam ti say nyame ti wo betimi aka asem na kosi asem so enye obi ono de wote me da ase abra wa no afa ne kura na odi atem ko no enye sa ne tie onim say adan bi be ka kire o say aba ye kwa akoto no America ha no men tete me ba ene me ba ha nim say unipa akokwa me fi adwuma o ma me na yo ma transit the whole night o yes o da no wa sorry o yes o da no wa sorry na sa bre we nyina awie na akoda we be ka kire me say ono de ne body eye de opa ena be ka kire say me yes
so say o check the temperature no so mo thermometer
no okay say mo say time ono da no anytime me me ba no time me ba no no okay normal time me ba no afi no no asori o person oni me di agro ba nya agro time ni e bi di no e say o ma daddy nso da so asema na me ka kosi e ho no say sa akwada no enyi na say oye niema enya as a father no my failure obi se ma bedi ni ma me ne papa tem unim se ne asema yesi akwada na koya ayi ebinim kro sofo na nya no akotwika no ba ebinim kasa sa se sofo no na akotwika e na odi akopem ba bi because o ma dwen wo fom nti no o kasa te se sofo no na akoye niema ba ba na oblemu sofo na ye ne papa no so akoye niema enye ne ba kodi samoni o aha de wo hunyansa e de kwa akohye ne papa Ghana for baby onoma o mo teme da se abrawa no mama mo cross no mu di atemko after top
Sir,
But
say
me
abofra ye or ye 16 years until a minor. Until I
or minor. Senka papa no etimi man good training ahu. Ye betimi the key ato ye bet the better table so. 16 years.
Now see then who say papa na man good training. And I can't training now. Training in anything. Say all far.
And papa no yeden o court. I don't know fan court. America has 16 years. Oh yeah, old enough. O na be konyo papa na beba. Well, you are old enough. Say where this is.
Say when training is said you sika can and I say when training is said near Udu Junction.
And what's somebody the minimum now? Obi ani if you was ya de papa aba court no. Na say bibi wo honji ya de papa na ba ye bebusa no question ye ntia. Sa atem ni si ye. Senka obia papa wo ho na ade ba ko so enya ade bia hu ana asem ba enipa bi atwu so Ghana say abinum atwu so abrochi so omo abrochi anka minim na bia anka ombeye enti omo fa bibia wo Ghana na asem si wo Ghana ase bi si abrochi da papa bia minim no ewo mikrom ha ya one ne bate honom ena ne ba aso omo fele credit card ade kwa ne ba no beji credit card amano ti acha the first time wa kwa start agreement obe chere the way obe use credit card ne ade obe apply credit card amano o ma fill form da ye friend say table so ade chia na o ma mail ko wakoda o na be an hour's time and a police ebo ne door police ebo ne door adan ya ne ba no ne fill application ni wi na oso okoda obi ankoda no ne ba na nya accident ama wawu enti no na police na ba car boys ne di kunya accident no engine kura tufi car ne mu chetu car ne mu chetu enti ana ne ma bi obi wono ma akura se wanya privilege so hu ama say ne mu no nim se eside bia wo Ghana ho no enti no office bia this is the first time I see ana say bia brochira say no ye ni 16 year for omu 2 cars edi enementi owia no wasan de abroche na compare can this happen here na what kind of stupid question is that edemene wo baby
why mo na ebisa answer mo no refer to
Ghana for ni bibu sa answer mo no say sadie we betimi asi wo abrochira na who edemene asi wo abrochira
and say on eno no mo nimu se ne wo kan wo kra se ade a wo nimu anka e bia so be bisa
sa ni buta asem ne ti abrochira asa bibi ebesi wo ga eno na me press ani no
say what e abrochira no interest repository of knowledge
unim bibia sa na pese o kire so ho say obetimi atena abrochira bi na uni abrochira sa na pese o kire
and say e kan nim dia nye obia se ne ya ye kan say adwene ba ko fo ntendi e bia wo na wonimu wo na why privilege say on say kwabna me ba
wo Finland so on say enkwada nya accident e fa car nya accident de bia
isi ya na me ma example me ba e say me bisa o say mo elections are by post ben enko and then statistics data ben na e flow am I catch them to be creative bukum asanka Finland call US me ben most crash will be oti bukum but no kreni mini but am pass say obi wo bukum onim ni e koso America eseme e ba ni knowledge ade na untimi nye ne say enye chinchina say o geographical location intino chinchina o say ohu bibia na say
there be an yes and say the kind of Matthias say so me dey be am ka just obi hot ya bruchi so ni abruchi because only privilege bi a ono no bi oti train and bus mu so hu nti bi onhia nkwada a omutwika ene nkwada o mufa cars ewuzi sia me wo metimi afa phone me phone ba ko ma frɛ lady bi a me nemu no ne ba girl wo wi nkwada di ya bia omukọ drive ye ya akwada no ekohwere ne nkwa ba ko se ne nan girl ba ko ne papa craft finije enti ne papa mso mu deport no te bi ohun mi ase ohun obi a oya ade enti no me ni o me so nice ne akwada no hu ni sesi a ni sisa ba ko ne nan kra o togu ne na so ama ya ese ni ade enti na say obi tin be ka say can this happen in here no na me say what kind of person is this and on your thing say ye omanfo cabin ti no na o kepa oboson for my musa se bia wo Finland wo Finland na bi o mo se bia pharmaceutical company bi ana se bia drugstore bi e bia huge drugstore e close about let's say with 1,000 come 5,000 yeah the 1,000 e close a year we ni pa do san e be lusu o madwuma
is a bebre
anybody be enti benya impact on the country baby so and it will bring cost to the countries because I say no obiti bukom ono neme cost America how unim of a kwame timi frem no obusa me America sem asem America che no obeka che se no anu bi ka che because I know meti kroma nti me minim ne cost wa ha but obiti bukom o opese obeka America sem say obroni bi say it will not bring any cost to whatever into obi nim. What do you know? Ede be na unim me ade o say nipa nim che me apay at me apart from that there's nothing oh nipa nim che me say ye you wedi wadwuma mu America as ye you wedi a ebi onipa no be call unemployment so call unemployment a company na or you wedi no or part of the money to pay to unemployment company no until to bring cost to the company but we better na bukom no be can America say this is called no the person doesn't know about governance. What do you know about governance? Edebe na unim. Kromwa America say owo ebia misdemeanor ade kra wo okay where is wa ebia adwuma bi say post office government adwuma bi bebre ho ma untimi nya bi nya. Donald Trump owo indictment be de wo ho egu no so or running for a fairness American president. It's what do you know? Unim den. Edebe na unim. Die unim ne ye ne unim o. Ba ne ye nim no unim. So de obetena bia o kebukimu ba bia na obosomfo. What can wasebo? Ba ta o de tra e de abahye aba ba bia me kwabena me won be kan sem anu kura bia nim se wo ko hu article e wo kwan ho ba bi. E de abetu ho nti no e gospel truth. Obi anyi ni. What kind of rubbish article is this? Huh?
Almost article be so on a source.
Source ben.
O check source na say credible source.
You fake news. You fake news any ade no. Utimi ko fa ade no de beto ho. No nipa no ti kuro no mu catch us ade na wo de abeto no rubbish. Stupidity yeah. Now was enya the infantry. Esa be cancer masan ka.
Kwabna my confused so minim ya sembi poti na o refer to ana nipa bi na o refer to ana as general way no fa sembe
ya ko enim no akwara na sem na asi no hu ne me ya ye nipa na asem no koto wo mo no na emi se akwara na bi obetimi
akon ene ne yire asem yana
ene ne yire asem no homa nkwada na omo konya accident no se accident ni se enye nkwada na omo wo we enim no ta akwara ne de se bia anka bibi kurese ba onipa kura won timi nka na sa bibia timi si for a reason ba reason na obi enim so enipa no mo hwere omo nkwa no omo sem na eme ya se obi a onka bibia timi si atans ko bia betimi awo ahase ye kura dan ya ko yeni adan na bia unya se nkwada ne bi na bia neighborhood wo ha bia ate wo hwe TV bi ni ade kura na odi bewura ho a wakun ti san nkwada we wo society mu a eni baby a pempenso aye kwa yesu obi atimi di ne body eye di opi na se mentimi ansi ho kwan a me wo ho kwan sa ba ye koto no November yin beto aba e di ande Russia Ukraine war because they be obi akasa o se Russia Ukraine war na ma wiase aye den enye Ghana
now they were no AC kwabda
America no kura ka kire se Russia Ukraine war no e di aho kire aba timaba me koto for Russia Ukraine war na masa ato ama san kwada yi a omo wo hoye a yentimi discipline omo yi a obetimi enya be ka chem say me 12 year old me obemo ba me prefer say me yo ba ese me koto abati asa ene ma no na ye koye ni me say blaster ho asem na aba ne de blaster
every day just say o twentwen so answer cause time was 11 minutes
me ba be good na kra me ba be
over second round o final thoughts na
na final niema meka nyina ne se mesre omo hwe me ma final me ba be buna ye wo de ma me fa manunse omo hwe edipa a wote omo neighborhood ansa na omo gina so wato aba ba omo hwe policies aye de baba no se du abato na ye beto aba se be ya nka omo nko manuntum because omo nim anything they don't know anything about voting and policies and whatever so ntia omo nka omo manuntum na omo policies de to aba no omo kasa omo kasa ma nyanta ku obi what dey say aha ntimeda ase ye obosomfo
yo yeso yeda wase so ne wo so wa adwenkyere ne wo afutuo na im say owo ahene aba inhwe na yɛma Owahene kwan from Ghana. Owahene, wote me nka bama so? Owahene, wote me nka?
Abosomfo.
Bama so.
Jenkesi Abosomfo. What is it?
Na Ghana to say? Ghana, yeti Ghana, atore nchem ne esan accident kwa nhyia ne nneɛma esisi na wɔtwe mu anaasɛ bosumi mu paa deɛ ɛnyɛ asɛm de koraa nti mmea me ne tua but wohwɛ ɔman no a sɛn na ɛrekɔ no ɛwɔ hɔ because VIP bus akwanhyia ɛna East Legon akwanhyia ɛna yɛsɛ Kasson baabi so sɛ contractor bi to bomb anaasɛ dynamite ɛna bebree kwanhyia nkwa nti sɛn na atmosphere ne te wɔ hɔ ɛwɔ man Ghana mu.
Also, news there per location, no. News about per the immediate location at the next year. Ghana, see the Jina, I think say the woman say at this point in Ghana for now the house in here society. But for accident, I think say any accident because for what. About 32 or so many years here, these two political parties have better transfer. Well, who's the now? What year that the campaign? Any area road to do say, any road to do say. As you see, I say Rose from we, and your rules are a year Rose a book chrono. And you know, and a hard journey. Any pay accidents now, we see sometimes, these drivers don't be careless. Although I see name who say a conductor, but overtaking the Dawson. Almost for I did one my wonko, which means take advantage as I was an opinion to speedy. Wow, so clear quite a wookie. Wonk, and yet was an echo. Say, what would you stresses and say now, what would delay now? So you found one. After those so down, no so so. I am a German test, and again, I think say interest you. Just say, oh, drive ya, most we know who maybe you want to get to say, able to trust him. Just interest him, there. I think say, you're driving dear group, come on, pop, you're driving dear group. When again, one moment we don't call no more shares and more ways, also my Jessica Nama. And no matter what say, Omodo Monisha, no more share. Oh, my Jessica Nama. Me there, as I said, I didn't pass some cranny, dear Beckampo.
Aposifoɔ na ɔmogyina kwan nkyɛn agyi sika no nas.
Men people mo nko any roads no mo build ma Ghanaians no roads no mo build roads no so mo build no. Wo build at the potos no doso. Oh, what's for potos no doso drive car na.
Nature say cars ni bebree kra no enye road worthy. Na road no so na on they say ne ka no cars enye road worthy air drive on worthy route. And you can imagine they will continue na traveler no and ye they will life to chacha they risk your life
also for nipa
and drivers na kasa no so no kra no sound mind test no so no and also want to chimaka kra
also go on so because you go on no so no and ma ho kire e bia driver no ho kire we aduma the whole week be scam. And no coffee so be oba no so no scam your best so no kra yom kra bi ndidie eti no so no koye say no so koye to ka wo fi bi ni no ma
depression and frustration
be man dia abufuo ba kwotaka na ti wo konya no oba na frɛ no driving na no wo ye adwuma ni na no bo se
why depressed
this on any akra school fees and akra no na wo ko just come to eti wo ni adwini bi o de dwame ade na chi so wo de do ko yam say oh Charlie.
And passengers for ni bisukra be open tem tie bia ono so no complaining the pressure e ma driver ni no.
Oh, so no put
the driver ni cry high blood pressure.
Enum put say who drive well say if you would drive on the accurate speeder. I think say passenger ni dey. There who no for say be yama passenger na yama one and na obey. So what me channel. I need the but where on person.
Now, me bo in what about send so about say driver no drive within the speed limit, you know. And Chebia now call Cape Coast. it's raw with a honesty test.
Yes.
Wobɛtumi aka akyerɛ akwantufoɔ ewiase atiefo eti ogyina answer from Accra. So wofi Accra na ɛkɔ Cape Coast.
Me pa chwane.
Wobɛtumi aka sɛ from Accra wofiri Kaneshi Odoko ɛkɔ Malam Junction, Kaswa, Widiba Junction, Apam Junction na Bankesim, Salt Pond, Anomabo ɛkɔsi Cape Coast no. Wo drive within the speed limit nana.
Oh, but I'm sure I did. Most of the time, no, you wouldn't see so much speed limit on the road. Most of the, I mean, because most of the new construction, but from Accra and all go through Malam stretch, you know, so Malam stretch, and you say, well, I want to drive it on that stretch. Now, to say, a quiet. And bang 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 sa could be after new construction is now seeming quantity too much also on my look at him say almost 2 corner look at him say I think say on that Friday in traffic
if in Kaswa Echo Winneba Junction.
I don't know what they from Kaswa, but on that stretch, no. Look, it was like 2.5 hours just in traffic. Foot throw. I was over America say,
Okay, there's a construction work if you cost
construction work
now.
And the air cost, and the construction work in the cost no dear. Anke ye. Anke yes and kebe ye se free na koma widen road no. Oma widen no. And the anke se anke ye ni be die na anke the me dey na sense bibi say anke cost na ke ye ni ntem. Na anke
bibi say me say ufri mankesim fa South Pond Cape Coast there kwani dey muda ho.
Oh, muda ho but ni na no so no.
Speed limit bi any kwan no.
Ebi ba also. But mama say wade bi. No, say man kesim yes. I think say man kesim one so one ko ni na. I think also mu bie one so ka ho. Also mu bie one nyina so ka ho. Na che say Ghana ye hu say at least no ye enye ye ba betwen ansa. But we be omo sha so mu ye die. Say Deus Musifa ye no ni die. Do ko na minim say omo tu bo ho modin atumi via. Ebe boa papa because any pay free Cape Coast daily no enye easy. Just I think say a bit easier that accidents now. Yeah, can have some CCR. If you man kesim wo kono so no, me bon pa say any other government will be on so be to so na Ghana yenya wider routes in this area na ekro this accidents na and omo road markings no so amani po mu wi a omo yekoni yomu road markings no ade be appropriate yes omo di traffic light wo dey say crossing no say ade be yama kwan ayo kwan bia no abama driving ebe easy ama wo bia no omo nye omo so for omo ye kwan senses omo wi no meja kwan no sa omo for road marking too
ye markings bia bia say overtaking na bia say we overtaking ni nyina ye mark ho
omo so for it hard look at them say
and me wasi ya speed limit any kwan no so ntin wankasa regulate speed
ebi was but the things say Ghana han ebe was supposed to see wrem
me na me bisa say wo no emra wo kɔ no say na wo regulate wo speed no wo kɔ according to the speed limit and I say wo kɔ free we no free flow say near
me de say me do na me kɔ say me hu say traffic no me hu say me ntuni overtake no na say me di traffic na chi sa until say me di mu sa ku say me hu say me da ho on na me share no me hu say me because cars wo road no cars wo kwan so pa enya dia say Cape Coast road wo betima go down straight say wo betima kwa say wo kwa edu wo ba ko di queue no so sa because cars we want just to be overtaken now he will be one I said what for so as
nti o wa hene eye hwan asede say obe regulate traffic wo kwan no so bia speed limit a ye ka bia high krokuma has a junction a school food twa kwan and as a dwedifo egina kwan chen efa cars nti hwan asede na nke so timi regulate speed ɛwɔ
I
kwan
don't
no
know
so
what they say.
a ɔmo nyɛ study.
I don't know say Ghana transport and I say who the contractor was no. I don't
Ghana
know.
Highway Authority
Ghana
and as a Ministry of
Highway.
Roads and Transport.
Yeah, they need to say yeku anymore. Dear, you have to see to all these things. Say the accidents will be minimized. And yes, the baby no say, oh, bro, ba and drivers no, mamun can speed over speeding. Yet they are not something we see. But it's what making sure say road markings no, any speed limits no. Nina will be what say what. At least no. Say call meetings say GPRTO say VIP ni say meetings almost most meetings more at least no leaders no or let them say they say no say identity on me no just say if your cameras and I say police force on no san no na you bet you ne sade and e be me dipa astro no makaka on me chere enti yemo ani ano na ne be kan say bro nyeba ni say akwan no caps no doors no obusofo miao Mia, my wife knew Ukrainian and some move actually, and the end crack. We never, as I think, say on Google, no was about was it feedback? Was it 2.5 to 3 hours or something like that? We took more than that. We took more than what hours now? Google them, we took about 4 hours because I don't say so one she what could DDA was we played by caution.
Yeah, but that was in advice on the road, and I said traffic advice out there, my now and then I course will Ghana up as a free flow Tuesday.
The Ocos organizer could not come with the plan the prison by president. These are the minimum the Ocos organ beam because they be
a for the next 2 minutes and
I'm a minimum. The minimum say, oh my Ghana, no baby, you know. So, he upon channel edge. Baby, I maybe to meet baby, I Ghana, do not see CAED. If I said, yeah, may Branty and I come 27 Tona or town, villages, and other places now. Maybe share now. A chance a Ghana, a chance development now. I think say a crap in the club about 40%. I just say a crown up in other regions, no. It's a BBM function. Oh, BBM function could giddy say a cra. We are crap from a BBM function in all the regions now can. And you know, I want to up by youth in some more and you to know some I'm a system now. And my omoko war teachers, Oma, you will Juma, you Mukasi, can pay in so on one is idea. What I'm saying, high down, we are branching with you school, and I say, we are Jumakoya master crown with Jumwa. Would rent it down for 2 years and another 6 months? No, wouldn't mean they've been to one with that. On a machine, who crack out spare parts boy, wouldn't me say, Kunke, never be the crew. So, when you see how I got spare parts for the action, as I said before, I say, taxi drivers in as every one more for taxi. But you couldn't was a country. I'm going to see it. There was Marco, you, grandson. So the mission. It's in your pay 2 minutes, 2 minutes so much or sooner. Slan, you know, you're poor for so many years. No, say, when you try on because where the idea try with you, one way to trouble me, you try on now. Do a politicians, we try them. I could for the corner of a catch and try. One of the channel. Mahama Cross was a baby was with the BBN or the infant to an internet. The engine to say on the transfer baby before. But you trust for 1 minute. At this point, the baby are doing it. I just say, Ghana for a comma suicide. The brain one, who said, do not say, do not percent 2 political parties if you want to between the 2 dollars. Any threat, send a comment video on an air brantia, a mujamona, or which my day. A movie Ghana forward because almost share the 12 economic pillars or release here. Almost say, Yan Sunny in dear, any doom, any count cross was our pillars no release here. Do you know when you say our pillars in a bit my days?
Why, what's about spare parts? So, once I'm and also,
one person.
Oh, there be but me say tea for you, Ghana for you. Now, almost spare part and also don't say any about cars in your roadworthy and if you are quite so near. Yeah, and not education, but on say the lack or shortage of spare parts which may have contributed to defective cars na say cars are enye papa no. Inti ya any to me amene okase me de 20 feet spare parts at the Bagana, Toyota Fish wom, Ford Transit wom, TD, Nissan King Caps wom, and cars ni bebre Corolla and I be so mo friend no crady a friend no send ye cano.
What about that?
Oh, I said last year ni mo na said 2 years now. Yeah, my friend of Vitz, Ghana no. Sa Toyota Yaris, hi friend of Yaris. Yeah. And see, on say near man any horse spare part in any ho and my driver phone and top. And fancy son or more. Ni ase or cars and Hama can I do my and also immediate accidents a bunch to be our quan yes say yes replacement the crown na or say and where the man. Oh, where this wa and check na and I'm consona a boo na the na kwame bediako. Alan or no or so about first 2 years or by Freeport Enclave. It's a Freeport. And you me say me tip me share say me their office me free me computers nichi. I call me frame BB. Na me no ya kwaku twitwa na ye de ahyehye na ye de akọ. Ye kọ na ya toton fofofo na ya nya yemfa so na ya sababe. Ha inti me ne me hwese Alan benye president me. Inti na kwame bedi akoso no so hye na all day by in terms of import duties ne we say ne cause I'm ready him say Ghana call porter why you me call horse unka say wo port mpo why you empty until you bo hu so de call say send you from edition dey bebre kwa agencies ni bebre kwa na ye hwe asom left and right sa ebe ama obetua levies na duties and some fact enti then na kwan bidi akon ewo efa importation and answer.
The media economy, the Indian say us building our own economy. Say factories, you be building your own factories, you building your own spare parts. You be building your own vehicles. You be try to be building your own vehicles. We are here chrome. One of the answers all can be more now. All can industrialization. Say you be and also for new chrome at the back Ghana. I was a chassis as we chrome hanum said you bit my your chrome and I need you my chrome hanum pepe. Eti ono so this one na nisu ade eno no say ade be free ama our port one no dia I think say e bia menyanya ohono no dia no well bibi be free ohono menyanya but ono no dia say dia ya bit my body e bibia we kum hanum I say still no bibia ono me che no na yetimi body and railways lines no manioma na di ni bibia no be import because who say importation no say Ghana yes ya na import e ko import bibia free say abuchi albabe ebe reals no kra na scan de be kono ye need to say scan the body ganita Ghana real lines ni adodo na no yentimi incomplete million to no just materials ni nyina bi wo ha no me bitima ye den afform bibia tima ye
be process it
yes okay I real lines and anything ma I and be an me support your branch in sense ma wo kan ka ya ka chire nyina ne de bia importation the bia importation does
yo why e beda wase na twintwen so na ye call union so na besa ba final thought now the bia beka wona ye da wase pa ne wo adventure yeah why hin na yatene kano all the way from Ghana na abi edi kan kasa ya na won say offer buedi so abaso abi Mr. Joseph Abe.
Yeah, I was before I spoke earlier. I think of Bwedi came.
Okay,
before.
then let me give it to the
But
first
a quick one. I'll be busy, but there are issues I will pick and address tomorrow. Do you understand? It's quite very interesting, but I'll break all of them down tomorrow.
Does it mean you will not be able to come back for your final thought?
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting a vista, so I don't think so. But it is very interesting. It's like the work we are doing here is working. People are getting educated, and we are happy about that. But tomorrow I'll break all of them down.
Wonderful feedback.
Because we cannot afford to have their peer stadiums here. So I'm happy they are becoming enlightened. So tomorrow I'll deal with that.
Yeah. That's the power of radio. Joseph Abiniati in brief. Overwedi.
I was on for.
Bamaso.
Adwunkɛseɛ wɔ so fo.
Ejidi sɛ Spain bɔkɔ.
Yo nyame adom bɔkɔɔ.
Spain cry, I mean, then to say Moko Abato. And the Moma Abato more than 15 years, and
Ɔmoto no 4 years, ɔmoto paa.
yeah, me Tatiana is a Catalonia for Nibiaji on Huna, or demonstration.
Say this year, last year, toy.
Okay. So 4 years democracy in there. Of a Kwame so about a quality constitution, and is chassis free.
Almost the end, almost the dada, because almost a bɛyɛ yi nie deɛ ɛtɛ biara ɔmɔto a adeɛ no nyɛ yie o ɔmɔto a obiara ntumi mfa ɔmo government na ken na ankasa aba na wahyehyɛ ama ɔmo mo sɛ ɛhɔ no ɛyɛ ɛyi monarchy te sɛ UK deɛ no saa na ɛteɛ
yo yɛ ma wakɔ aba ɛbaba ma so dɛ Free Flow Tuesday nti nsɛm Ghana ɛna na me ne ɔbɔ ahene ɔwɔ ani so aba abɛka boy nkɔmmɔ bebree Wednesday questions and answers kafra we dey man kan yɛ kra
any problem say the way normal ACA dey saa na beba normal koye na mo se dey na daba maso a mo akeka ho a
I say akọ questions and answers dey so what asem bi sa asem bi tiri wa adwuma pese automate fa na nuanom na obi be che na adwen na se wo so asem bi a o pese o
na obi aso fa di ma to ba maso yi
o say Debbie me ba
no problem
Debbie na say insema e wo ye ma mu de dọọso so ne de ba to ni nyina nti ye wo unti etie futio
ye ma na me hwɛ social media me nam so na ko hu video bi na se nipa wagimi a emfa nyine ho ko nyine no omode ehunu na nipa me hwɛ video bi a my na friend Kofi Dwuma no na o kasa se sa Kofi Dwuma ne sa se Hackman o se sen sa group no to me no am say Jimmy no aka mmogem because omo kasa
and then no ya ma o kanisa
my no o kasa omo nim say Ghana ne ye omo die o se sa na me hu no
yeah, Kofi Dwuma kan sɛ ne dwumayɛfoɔ mbɛkɔ strike no obi wedi nana
ne dwumayɛfoɔ no kora deɛ wɔsan deɛ no kora ato nkyɛn asa aba mehwɛ ne video bi na ɔka sɛ ala kyerɛmaten ɛna ɔyare ohia ayi wei ɔka wie na kyɛ sɛ ɔmo saa kwasɛsɛm na ɔmo nkurɔfoɔ de nam platforms so a ɔmo keka ne tem bia no ɛwɔ ɔmo ti mu sɛ ɔmo nkoa na ɔmo nim nyansa wɔ ɔmo ehun but omo so na agimifo ewo yemu Ghana ebre nyina ya stankofo say group of people no omo kwa na ezo unya fro omo nchempe woni ne te ho a woye nyansani sesi a uzo omo pagya untumi abronye untumi mu nyina omo heli omo adwen mu no because of so omo ka omo ho nti no omo ye anyansafo ama ma kina omo firi ho wo ho de omo de ye osu bempa sankofo ya platform yi so kra no bi amanfo gina so ka ne dindindin unya ka so fo asempɛ ena mo yi obi a mo se akristofo mo di monim ena mo nkrofo do mo akotra ho kawintela mo di o motem Tini Jonas mo yo mo sei battle yi osu bempa firi o mo side ho wie no come see ano na dane e dina tem rofro ekoba bia woye kohwini woye sei kohwini a woni nyansa ne jimifo no ono so na okura mo president ode ayi aboa beben ma na mu bia hunu ho ayi obi a hunu ho nyansa se o sa aboa beben de kwasempa ne de ma ye president ka se panyimu te hɔ sɛ because of say Alankyerɛmate afi party no mu nti no wɔyɛ gyimifoɔ na even though MPP no sɛ wo gyimi a ɛna wofiri mu NDC ni a n'ani bɛte na ɔba MPP saa kwasi asɛm no ne saa gyimi ne ahanta kasa no ayɛ ɔmo de too much ɛyɛ time a ɛsɛ Ghanafoɔ tena ase sɛ equally no baabi a platform bia so o sɛ abɔnten o sɛ hifo o wonya time na so yɛ video a ɛsɛ reply mo accordingly because look at how bronye Jimmy for we hwe nanim basa untumi mbɛtena radio so mo didi wom amanfo atem kɔ akua donko ne Kofi Apalo mu bi because of say ya more opportunity ya form akɔka nkwasefo group no ne yetire ne omo te omo di atem a ɛyɛ o omo di atem a omo hu omo nkrofo communicators ne nkrofo omo personality wo ye man mu no se ye nimpanfo atem no saa akua donko ne Kofi Apalo ne Kofi Dwuma mu bedidi atem a na obi omutimi de Faster House ye omo wedding de otimi okani banka sa wonya me aboa o wanya sika bia wia no wonder say mama betu no sa kwase akeka ya na odetena Kumase ho ekeka ya askwa omutu no firi so no wanka nkire say mama party de ne to na kwaje your friend say KMA for boss wase mama party de ne to na kokofo no kwaje
Minti sa video na woka ho asɛm nti ama my limited kakra minti minka ho asɛm
sesi ade na
ala woka sɛ ai
ala de na ode me akasa me ni WhatsApp platform so yes
ba na ogidi sɛ nye bia manfo na gina no akosi bone
dabi what angle from eno mo ye ni interview na me sa tembia on say ameka sɛ enkrofo e from journalist sa enkrofo no mo ye interview for no so ka ho bi omu Jimmy sa not one of no no ka we de ha me ne say omu wi a sa kwa na fosebo fruit na yi kan ya no o meka on ka ho hwe
wa asem na okay
no ma hena na furu say yi no onim say oye kase onim say yade na wanya onu kwasias
over boy de dem say onu so ne tibie no no enti e wuti bi mfa enti ya no
na sa de wa meka
onu abuken japo e ka sa asem no ye nyina e condemn se da bi
o condemn ne say
say unti bi fa nipa honam entutu eduane ho
na anya ni de nya eduane no bo fruit no ba ho de ma no ne bo fruit no de to no look at say Oma hene Kwabena Asante mu amekan even though obi amanfo tag ne so ye MPP minim say so far as say oye board member the MPP ni because ya man position to campaign ho but
oye board member ewo company ben so
obi a board member o person make mistake we one of the board member when we are me pay na me the amount
enya atesem
dabi we board member send you no ankasa me hwe no ni show Kwame Sefa kan so your board member na no so ni Kwame Sefa kan so Kwame Sefa kan dey say patrol
obi dey na me
yo
yeti over bodu kawas to our sams
me wie no na mapem me wi rafi me pese me mistake ono wo ponse bibia no oba na se wo ye ne bias no pro yusu nyansa oba o ma hene de ne de ene saa nkrofo we mu de ne de mi no e too much se asem fa me ka se papa no ba na eye mahama ho a mo ka se papa no mo ko gina ho a mesbe mo kan ya amanfo de ye yo papa no papa o ma hene Kwabena Asante betran wo se no me en ka se be ma de amanfo ka se o bia ne private life no so for us we illegal ne de say wo serve with integrity say etimi scrutinize o say wo life cross ani na wotwe ena se waburu ndi e bai sa akwa na furu na no na em say de bo fruit ni bia man ti no asesa na na me how say obetimi atra radio so aka kire Alankyerɛmate a wono no nyina no mo pedigree no ebi kura wo men no se nya Akufo-Addo na baaye no e corrupt no sesa eya nka Kofi Dwuma wo men no na otimi kwotena wo say na adwene
na se Ofa Bwedi se Kofi Minchwa wano so Kofi Juma edidi ala na tema enye waisa ni se na ase na ye Ekufuado eye president. Se Kofi Juma ba be ma ware president ne ba. Ena Ekufuado so yobi ompe ala na sem. But se obejina media platform in public na wa attack ira ala no. Eno na me ka mente me nti but se sadia ene se ntwa yie ena nkensise journalist na se host no e ma ne sa akwenya ma ne timi
host no krompo na na ho ahomte ne ho a ikura kese oh me sometimes say host nti at least also exercise level of at least maturity kakra wo mpesa okra be no oh honorable say amanfo tae oh we ne de kra de no ene nka ni say no guso ka kra em say prime work kra nya hwi but ono de what for no hwe no ana wo dinatem oh na watena ho no we say be ka say ena yakofa your friend say detector go detector bia de abaha intino MPP nkwa na de aba nsuo no look at omo ka asema na me say omo ka say omo nim so omo supporters na jimi nti sa na obi ajimi botam mo sensua
overbody ye Kofi Juma kai bi na wo kan you
na me
say omo supporters ana ebia wo kan ebia wo nim supporters ni bia wo adi no fi say omo ni dia wo but enyo omo nyina
na omo no ka no yibi fi onu yibi fi
ze o ka say omo supporters ni dia mesro say twe sign na franentuma
asemo me dika ka kira ono ante me sisi ya na se mark omo
enye ba maso say we no awo ka say
okay yo mentwe say amatwa san ba de point de say nipa no otie no chika mu no wa te kodada nti udi mentwe say amatwa san sa ansem na
nti udi yetimi mfa supporters ni na ebia na make say ebia na woni obi a wo adwen mu no eno kra na wo adwen mu no enye nkyere say nipa no na adwen wo agimi o but ebia wo adwen mu no nipa no nim dia na nyansa wo fam eni nti na wo ka obetimi a refer to say nipa no
me to asepa de o kan nyina to asepa we are right
de to aso
me to asepa we are right na de nti a ama conversation akoye sa ne say omo de e wo monopoly ofa bibia omo kato ayi no so amanfo tie se bi ni sama akote alande intimate o se me asema me kan nyina ne say sa omo supporters ni binom se ne o kan no omo ba be se nsuo se ne amo ase ni na omo hyeda akoche omo ka se galamse ni so na true so se omo ye galamse ni nyina ntimi nye 4 MPP4 ebi kura so be ye ano ebi be ye sympathizers ebi kura ho no so omo ye ode ne ho ahye bi eti se ka se ye be ye ye mfa band nto so ye kwati a na omo akocheche awionfo no mo omo a ebi kura omo nka party no ho ebi kura omo se we no oye opposition ebi CPP NDC na omo akoche omo machine no mahye omo na omo nkrofo na de gu ho se untumi wo machines be 10 a de asai a omo ho se bi asai o de ko mechanical na omo kura ntimi ntu ne bi machine excavator omo ntimi ntu no na omo akọ na omo de jakotum se ye kohye no ono so ya hye ne de ebi na omo de eketidemfu ano reliable force information pa sources pa na America chero ono a le kodi nkomo the machines be training nyina break it down nti da ya na se ye kohye no ka se o kejemfu anso ya hye ne de bi na because of say ye bi omodwene say yenso yeti say omo nkrofo ni bi ninti no ye mra meka kire omo say ye fight galamsey na nsuo no say ye fight galamsey na nsuo no say ye nko kan kire omo say ba omia na de agenda 111 ba ye ono ankasa ne na adwen mu no twen ba ye kra ye nwene ho bi but 11 ni de no mpreso kra na oma ye 11 no mpreso ne ye Lucas ano ma we wo de enya no no mpreso me ko na se me hwehwe machi ye me hwe de me de akonwa no be ma no ntimi nka se ba omia na de agenda 111 ne ba ye ba omia na power digital ba onim digital ho hwe ye ko bubu la hospital gu ye ne de no ba omia no onim ho kra kati de na sha kati no kra de so ekramoni won ka ho kra won ka ho ile vida bi sidi no kra no ofoliata ama na anya adwuma ntino nya ono na amasi di ne kosoro oh na unim ofoli ata ma no kwan kura waka bibia o mompre kono me no nti yeyi ne firi ho omunim se opia adwene enti se mete saa nsɛm we na mebuofu na wo saa nipa no so nya utimi nya kokuduro ebe tena radio so openkwase asɛm we wadi nyina de ye Frasta House aye wedding ama oba upon de wa ye ni nyina achi no wodi a birthday wo play abra na wo opposition no na unko restaurant kra kodi wudi no ofie bedi oba ban mu within 4 years wudi woyi o birthday wo soro me Canada Japan odi ni birthday wo wiem odi ni wo your friends odi ni birthday wo eposo kra minim se anya hwe no o sika kakra dada ala nkyere matemu ne enim se omo wo mbi kakra dada enti sa nipa no but nye bi te se John Boadu mu a ya yehu omo kasa na omo di chini na odin a minute o se me dem dim birthday wo soro ni ya so na so hey enti me no nana kwa bedi akon Cheddar utimi ka se Cheddar oh mama nto aba ma no Cheddar NDC for na sponsor no one NDC ni be na o ska na Cheddar NDC ni be na o ska na ala se ne mekan no se yenko kasa anto o madwen na o madwen no e wo fam ti no me ma ka se kwambedi akon ala nkyerematen ene sa ankrofo no emro be serious me support o to me ne de se omo ye serious se omo ba anka me support o but me hu no me madwen mu no hu se omo nyanya serious kwambedi akon de kura de adenti na obetena wa manaka be Ghana for ball even no what na wa manaka be 3 days o se me de corporate
of abodi ebeda wase na we kura de waka say twemu kura we di akobe 15 minutes but na kam you ase mi ambisa wo fa galamsey no o hwe car na say distraction na akoso ye titru ye koko ndua o matwitwa anwase egu no ugidi pass ye betimi recover sa ndua koko ndua no within so ugidi say betimi recover kra na timeline ben mu na office Ghana betimi
ye may ho be 20 years betimi
because chemicals on with the guns as in me na kra no ati say udua ndobaye bia a bed in class and betimi as a fifi but ye oba o final thought
me say
na ya hwe kwan ya
mate
ibetimi da wase na enko nse Sam Safo Samuel
mo help with some for
Sam it is saying
yo sorry
hurricane no say it's over.
Oh yeah, it's over. Thank God. By last I checked, now I think there was 2 still developing because there was season anymore up until like December 1st. Because you were done according to say Ghana, the dry and wet season.
And wet
season, wet season in a year pretty much hurricane season because
and then the hurricanes in Eban.
And then the hurricanes in Eban. So I think it starts like maybe August or something all the way to December 1st. The last I checked, I think say right after Milton, and there was 2 still developing, but hopefully as of right now and then they're like big issue. Yeah. So
and is any woka say e be develop no say factors be na ekofa ba as factors ni ntimi alter and I ntimi nye changes be to either to reduce the magnitude na say every hokra prevent it from coming and it goes beyond
it's simple factor here like climate change because it's only a like climate change and see as long as more serious trying to fight climate change. And for the longest time, there have been deniers like the brain.
Papa Kofi Annan no di mo akotene pa calling for.
And see, and that's one thing I think say, as America as a country, I think they've realized because they should have started fighting climate change a long time ago. But right now it's quite a situation in Ghana where it's already happening and now we're trying to fight it. But they could have started fighting it maybe 20 years ago, and at this point in Kenya, so bad. They kept denying it. They didn't accept it. According to say, Oyarina also Minyaria, and on Timisa Oyarida. So as long as that's why they're trying to get climate change under control, if they're able to, help the climate, it will calm down. Because in the past, there were hurricanes. During the hurricane season, there will be like maybe one or two, just a few hurricanes. By now, it's almost, like this season, I think so that's already been two, and I think there's two more developing, and we have a whole month to still go. So, a whole month, let's say, to go. So there could be a couple more. Until my is serious trying to fight climate change. Once they get climate change under control, it won't go away, but at least, it'll mitigate it and help them control it.
Usually, so leaders neglecting them maybe say measures be say and it's likely say be what personal interest be and say be. It is a hurricane no strike is and the victims amount for are victimized, casualties but do they capitalize on that? Do they take advantage or benefit from this disaster now?
Of course. It's like this, it happens. Yeah, like Madame Fubako, he has his own landscaping business in Virginia. When this happened, obviously he came down to offer the support, but at the same time, he packed like a crew out on Nyomo. It came down because he designed and built houses at the same time. So he came with a truck full of water and other, necessities amount for being here right away. But at the same time, he's looking for work. So he's looking to
rebuilding,
help people rebuild their house, whether it be whether it be like help people with their dry walls or whatever. And the bigger stage.
And there's the contractors for now.
Exactly. They'll pour into the state. Yeah, they'll pour into these areas which was hit, and they will get this contract and start working on people's houses. But the bigger, I wouldn't say bigger, but
but even Omokrano, they don't have any role to play in mitigating the situation
exactly.
But talking about the leadership, like the political will not to ensure regulations.
The funny thing, obviously, through one of the congresswoman, Marjorie, whatever, that lady, she made a comment. She said that they control the weather, and they send it towards Republican, and they send it towards Republican areas, so you can hear Republican areas, so the Republicans, and she says this thing, knowing very well it's not true, but to her followers now, whatever she says, and then they take it, they believe these things, and then they go and, vote based on these silly little comments that she makes. So, like, when she said it, and, she has the platform to say these things, and it goes. So
US, if you no.
Exactly. Exactly. She make these comments, and she just add, fuel to the fire, and then it just spark people, and people go. So, and whatever happens when these things happen, and right now, I remember when it happens, Kamala, she said it. She was trying to call our governor, DeSantis, but DeSantis wouldn't answer his call. But the same guy would go and stand somewhere that, look, the Biden administration has turned their back on you, but they've been trying to call you to give you all the help you need, and you're refusing to take their call. They're sending FEMA, and they're sending all this, all this help, and you tell them that you don't need it. Like, one of the issues we have here in Florida is like people cannot get Medicaid, which they offered it to the state, but the government may say they won't accept it. So people are struggling for insurance, so they refuse it, and they turn around and they tell the people that, look, the government doesn't want to help you, but you turned it down, So they do these things just to Politics, exactly. But in Crawford Life, sadly, in Crawford Life, and they use this to gain powers and do whatever it is that they want to do. But anyway, for Brady, because I can't say, and I wanted to just, and then meet Thierry and one guy said it, and it clicked, like, buy can so, and one guy, and rightfully so, you can't so no send you can like a nipa. Affected, and this guy said, he said it because I hadn't thought about it, but it's obvious. Like, in Buano, I won't gremino. Have we thought, say, what waters, it didn't swim on so, or like, ne omo we ngrom na mo na omo kokun san boa we na I'm sure they don't even think says a boa we enum san so we and I said no so that back abe wo fufuo e dey abe chop about sense then yes yedi. And you know we have to look at the bigger picture. I think say yes, it's serious and we point out how it's affecting human, but I don't think so we look at the bigger picture of how devastating this issue is and how bad it's affecting the whole picture, you know. And okay,
Yeah,
and it really clicked, and it was like, oh, this is
yeah,
really
it's true.
serious. Maybe indirectly,
Yeah.
you know, as human beings, we can avoid the waters, and you know, we can get the waters and trade it by and Buana, you know, and we all know it's a collective thing. You hear and you hear Buana, so we can all live in a society. We can all, you know, live in the world by. So you couldn't Indiana and Buana so now. Do you think as human beings, you know, are we going to survive? You know. And unfortunately, I don't know if people are thinking about the bigger picture and considering the animals and the trees and those things, you know, how this issue is affecting these things, and in return, how it will really affect us. And it's very scary, you know. So anyway.
So an inti no raise red flags say ye Ghana for na ye amanoni krana we ye cry in free ne nam and all that no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crano. That is the means I could be affected by this distraction now. Galamsey ne cause no. And wana wakano.
And you know, the other day, let me see news, and I don't know what they're called, but those exporters, someone who exported and they were worried because I'm sure it's very soon, you know, and best believe say this Western world, you know, they're keeping an eye on it. Maybe right now they're not raising the flag, but very soon, if it keeps going, there could come a time when we won't even be able to export the little that we're able to export right now. A time will come, I'm back, I say, Charlie, Mama, for being free Ghana and Babia. And I say, so they will label Ghana as a dangerous country, not because of terrorism or anything, but just because of the water. And that no for Kwame can't see until no I not just of the Ghana by no James or Ben no way. Charlie, so me dream home. Am I ready to take my wife and kid to go to Ghana? No, we say it is so we've been
and so I'm saying I think currently people are doing that they have to export their drinking water to Ghana as they go to visit their own families, and I said to go and do wow so echo woman you would expect said naturally, we have clean waters there. No cry. And it's part of the distraction. The consequences are we sometimes wonder, say, is the president not aware of all this? Because in America, Frimpong Boati made a report, gave a report about the cost of this illegal mining to Ghana and all that. But we are waiting here such findings, MR reports. Now we need it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
We need it
because
we need radio. We need you. So we are Palmer president, you know. We need it. And people think this president is committed to fighting Galamsey.
It's really, really scary. Like, you know, you're there. Like, I think we're taking it too lightly as Ghanaians, you know. Like, we talk about it and then we point and, you're pointing fingers back and forth. Because like you didn't come on and we move on with our life. Tomorrow, we move on with our life. But this is a big issue, and if we don't stop it now, a time will come one day we will try. Like of a body, I can't say it be 20 years to get those trees and those rivers back.
Those trees
20
back,
years,
yeah.
no, it's not. It's all kind of just like that. By 20 years, and you're the kid to us how. Where are you going to be?
Yeah.
If I need for that 20 years, say, you're trying my India and so many as by that time, only half of the population is gone. Like, so it's something I say.
Yeah, it's a leadership failure. A leadership failure. Me personally, I blame Akufo-Addo for this mess. Because even the mind-boggling thing, and it's a sector minister then. Because Galamsey, I haven't read or seen any minister of that the Environment, Science and Technology what presented such a report on illegal mining galamsey in Ghana. It is a such comprehensive report a present amount. And he has given out minim say so when you say reporting be.
No, I mean maybe by me there.
Oh.
Like to me, I wouldn't even like this is a case that ideally, like me, yes, me blaming because he's he's the leader of the country right now. But the situation I wish say I don't care whether you're NPP or NDC or Alliance supporter, whatever. If you're a Ghanaian first, that this is something because say microphone, I think say being a can no big can say so Ghana phone war and I say like the majority of all man, even got to Abana. Who are you going to be ruling at the end of the day? Like if it's me, politics and every man really solve this issue, are they really like only the amount for life we do, girl. And it's not a joke or talking matters anymore. It really needs. I don't know. I don't know what can be done. I say because this is all we do. We talk and we hope it registers or we hope something will change, and it's the same thing. It's still happening.
Yeah, in my personal view, I think there must be change of government. That is going to be the solution because we are government, and as a minister goes to make a report, identifies the challenges, the reasons for the failures in the past, the cause of this illegal mining to the nation, and then also set out the mandate of a commissioner. More key action plans. I say will take it to eliminate this galamsey. Na say minister no abasobo a wo bona ne say wa fire no. Sam, Asemi and Thomas Mo. Messi, go and grab a copy. Go and grab a copy of that galamsey report by Dr. Frimpong Boateng. And read out comprehensive. It is a Wakwa report saying and more amount plans I say will take in 80 millimeter or say mate for Dibre to Hokufi Kokoda. Are you serious as a president?
Wow. Look, then I'm on phone Kazinti, you are part of it. Then if you take such action, it's easy for like it's one you are part of the problem.
Yeah.
Sorry, what we make heavy.
Yeah, that was it. So I'm for the empire was so better, which is a home be our fast hurricane bano. Yeah, you wish you for yes, right. No more almost far was and come to me cry. I'm directed. Is it possible somebody to me directed direction across a beer? Ever background.
I don't know make us almost for our home being in a minute. Anybody the same any of my and the way I that's the only way we can control it. So yes, it's saying no and also best is some jaya
Bejai. Last night Papa bomb pay be more pampire na me the pa until you say next time Papa boss empire na.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Na I'm say yeah call Abby. Joseph Abby. Think your final words. Very soon you are going to turn to God's word. Abby, your final words. Okay, I'm say Abby intimate. Can't you offer Kwame? Offer Kwame Otiminka. James offer Kwame Intiminka. Na yanko. Oh, okay, I'm say Benjamin. Bibi.
No. Montuasuna.
Okay. Take your mind na enche sorry sona mude turning to God's word aba. Na yanko wahine. So wahine Otiminka final thoughts.
Wahine beto mi o me pa chao.
I say Ghana ninti say protocol no.
Then you want to from earlier no oni Ghana.
Hey. Why?
Debbie
say why Debbie why eba.
Tell them why ni Ghana.
Manenko.
Oh, kabina my man say yeah, nim say ho data no network ni sisi nti o wa ne bra. Our final thought bra na kokopna so. Na mi bisa say o ha timinka. Na bisa sama mi bisa of abodi na ka mi bisa won. Say we share the level of
come now go ahead Lydia.
Oh, I want me go ahead. Say me na me cry. Me na me cry platform.
Yo. That's. Okay, all right. Hana we said
you yeah, me show.
Overcome me children so my friend. Say we share senior yendua ye twitwa galamsey ne kokoko yenim say kokos we ne ye ndoma ya na say cash cropper a discovery of mine Ghana. This year you twitwa the stress we share the level of ndua ye twitwa and the amount of ndua ye twitwa. This year galamsey ye so move say discovery brand no ye ba be hote omonsa nyibi nti we say be di e be say mfie sen na etimi anya say kokko ndua na ye twitwa say ni nyina no say you betimi a replace the afforestation no.
Oh, say ade ba ko Nyankopon waye o my Ghana no. Ebi ni wiase ba bia o. The tufo Onyankopon. The waye o my Ghana no inhye na da o man e friend Ghana so no. Bi ni bebi ebi wo Africa ha. Bi wo Africa de bat. Ye di ekura ya no hye. Obeka say bia o de ye ebi mfie duonu ebi eduasa ene sa de no. Ma yenja adie be afiri nu pe ne ncha se nkata so na ti se de wo se ye ma nsu no enje be ye krojin na no ma nyina be kama se if they ye be bibia ye betimi dia fra so na ma ye bibia ye be bibia ba intem kra ye be ye bibia ma bibia be ba to no ma ye kokko ye den ye because ye sas na ye kra no any artificial land they cry your way there. You was as a crudging. I just say, when na Baba say, or the chemicals, baby, Bakumini and Sunday, you treat the beer go. Obosofo. Media, and in time I see a sassy from my Ghana, dear, Miss Min Frimuda, and I said, Min Pamachi more my Ghana da. Say, yes, and get marble full coin, and I won't do no maybe more, Uncle Assassin. Uncle, you been to check. Pa na who says if you be say e be dem fu say nko akire biasa na say na bibia back nko akire kra me gidi say ndu fi du kra e be say na bibia back tinu je mo question bu say me the American e ndu fi du e be ni asas ni enu ni ekoko bia back because obo de bo ade asas no de maye no enye Saudi Arabia asas no de maye ene enye Great Britain asas ye and then yeah, New Zealand and I say Finland.
Why any woka say nche ndi mre bia na say nche bia no say abano or eliminate na say or stop galamsey no ye bia wate hihye ye bi say aban ye nhihye bi Ministry of Agric say ye baba bi dua nkoko ndua na say ye baba fa kwan bi so abo akuafo ama ndua na etwitwa no etimi asa kwakodua dua na.
Oh, my say do as my test omu ye omu.
You say me ba make out to no say o say e be DPM fiedu na say aban no stop galamsey na say aban nye na adwen so dua koko ndua na be say mfie do numa na say ne ka 20 years say e be lapse 10 years no. And I say
me no say the
na cheddar say oba be dua koko ndua.
Oh, come with the accuracy no akase oba sa won mo ye say adwuma we say no dey nya de o dey obegya o musa obeform no about ya kyerem the current way if a yes adwuma mo yi said ya you bit menya good
Debi ndua koko ndua no asem na me because media koko no hu hia me say galamsey no.
Oh, and me meche say omu free mo say ye momu jaya ona me meche no ye momu jai na asase no ba bia enwo se ye kata so ne ye de wo se ya ye be ye se ye du ho ne be hu de be ye me de me giri se emresi se na ahokyere ene ma mrantie bi edom ho kogim na ministers bi akogye asase no mo ye na ko se dwuma mo ye no ene metie manso ase kwame bedi akokon manso na me hwe reporter na Ghana for omoye adwuma manso lands ni bi eye galamsey no mo kana dodo na omo kan nyina se ba bia manso no adwuma bi eni ho no nti no anom ye ne kakra na se e bia day the whole day obu obetmanya 100 Ghana cedis ebu a se koya no bi ebonya 150 na 200 na se enye adwuma eni woni nti na mo ye de mo yo no so atimi chi na me ka se so man no Accra pen a function about 40% pay in terms of growth other regions ni na no en ko ni mu biasa adwumasem aye din o man Ghana hwe adwuma mu ye na atache mu gyina mu a ye tua a whole day no okoko hye mu no 100 Ghana cedis na edition nsem a che se chew pefe my clear say adwuma ni kronu mu ye tua ye wo kronu mu enti ne se di o be ma ni bia anu gyim no o ye ne sa ona me che na ye be for kwambiso na ye di ama ye ankasa Ghana for no yeso ye di ye kakra na obusonfo
yo na se bi o de be so ansa na wa jai ho a just 2 minutes na yenko
me bo babrantie so me bo na baso se wanya tema ene akukudro se wono ankasa ebeto Ghana na wahwe Ghana series fatie enye se ebia oba ntem ene ye bibie wono mo wudi kan bae na omo ba ntem no die no maya mo man no omedi suade ehunu no abo ma na obo no mo na wontimi mantem enso so no bia no wo hye no mo wodem better so be hye no mo wodem no wo hu se de be ye den obe movie dance obo ho no mo na ye hu de wo ye bia entimi me de se wo ba ntem so amantem eyi na kwam bedi akọ opie ne kukudro ene da so o de magana for any youth ye maame no no okodjom edwom yi bia wo may you correct me de sorry say we de kwan bia so omo wa resemu say ne nsem ka wo ka no omo Ghana for na timu nsem we de no omo so mutie me hu candidate wo ba kire say amanfo timi tu di na ti e kanfo no sina branti wo yi ni ti say da because ye kanfo na wo gidi say beto ama na ya one yen kanfo no one that for ni na mo kwa bonte kanfo wo no enti e wo se wo hu se ye kanfo mo rehemu se ade a wo pie wo yi ti ba ye no se ya ju otun se nyi wutu abado to na e be kire sa branti ko no nya even 10% and say even 12% kra na the first time wo yi ni ti a at least say what the surprise about these two parties no so ama wan hwa election no e be bibi o ho no menam akontifo radio na mashene ma ana say mama na encouragement say ade a wo ye no
yo
Ghana wonu mu bi bebre emrante ni baba wo mu de da bonten o mu ni bibi yo o mu ton ne mo kwam enyina eti ne say at least omunyanya ededa so obi abozo fun bidase bebre kwabna
yo why ni yeda wase so say also obo cheda aba so say anamoto a otu no so ni ye pa yo why ni na atene kan nti yema kwabna final words bra owi ana bene wa de ye apon ansa na bibi
yo akra medawase na obi a ofi MPP mu na nsen ya besen ko ha de nyansa no anye kra no adaka ma ashoma emi se bazawala fo iba ya omde omonhwe so nko omoko na obi asem a wakoka no pre watu ma se obi akudi ala temunti no de nka wo twa se bra be so asem ni mu na nkaka ba uyusu nyansa yankopon de firi soro de domo no e ka so asem na mente ti bia mintimi nkamu asem o ka se bi
odi ko asem so kwabna final wo
asem no ni ana ni nyina ka ho ma yen ka asem ni si asem so
odi ono no abekye na adwene afa asem bi ho
ma me so mentira me no ma me so mentira me
ma mbisa mat okay
wala onya ta wo ha adwene
odi but on say
ma me so mentira me die ana
yo itio
yo enti oye no ka asem bi se papa bi ayo ofo du ani papa e kura friends hakma usu agema nom omu nim nyansa na omkeka obi na okaka atem bi say obi odi we no ono de pedigree eka atem say ni pedigree kure bi ani nu ho papa Agmawusu Agyeman wo ni pedigree no wo de eben ho ana wo a odi Agmawusu Agyeman atem no wo ni pedigree eben ho MPP for a year is 80 party 1992 no ono nko single handedly no MPP headquarters na ho 1992 e was cycle baby ho no wo de sika toss up edan no e de che wa fe no wo pedigree ni ono ne de na epe obi akodi obi atem no wo ba be ka MPP for nim nyansa emumpa se wanya dua bi amanu amu amo na se kwa do free bubo wa aya na ya na pa bobo kai sa basa na kenya batwa ka sense mu nyina ka fifa ebete Ghana fo nyansafo efi omu pem nim se nyansa ya di buman no e wo se nkrofo we hu ena uko street su ba bia asem obi aka including Miss Bell a onya ho fa so onya mu ka nya mu dan nyina no ka sa me tame bade ni ku school na mde ne koe no na minim se ABC di ne bepi mu aba na enso ampie enjina na e boy aba so ena mu ko street di so nyina nsam amuti nyina ne se oh me ma we omunya se why na betimi abegina street no so aka kire se John Mahama bae no emfa so se na menya fi John Mahama amamu ho why na o se omu nim nyansa Ghana for ba akoto aba na omo se 35% ne de se pepe ni ka se danduru wa onye o but so chese dada ne bedu ho no ne ye de manugu ne ye bobo mana eni nyina o ebe hu omo si we ba na we ba ni nyina aye ni nyina o Bible no mo wo se mo mani nyina mo munyi na so tabre ni du a ye de aba ne behwe egu ho oba ya o pen twa na
se obi am me ba so obi am pia mba meka se wanya fa so John Mahama ho na na kire se Ghana ni bia ni ho a odi John Mahama so mfa so ana Miss Bernie Tisibu achi omunya na ho mfa so ne kuma wudufo no omunye toto ka ma na sen yo omkwa ni Ghana fo
na de ba ye obi e ka ne mfa so a wanya fi na na do ho na me se me mente se bia na so wati bia that's fine e bia na wati se amanfo se John Mahama ba ye no mfa so sei no omunya
na wona wo ka nyansa wona wo ka se na nyansa na sa adwen na se ni se enti se wo nipa mienu ana miensa num e wo street so na se
odi fanisa me ye one crowd dey fanisa one me mahu na me di hu adanse enti wo dey wo so die wo hu no so di hu adanse because at the end of the day no post no ni e be ko ho ama Ghana fo akokire o madwen so hu enti no sa niema we nyina na ye keka ni nyina bomu a na se that time no so a ye nyina e be ko no ne nsam na ya na okeka no ha na we na Kevin Taylor no kind of thought no ene ni ebegina so kra se eno kra ma ebe 15% wo because the time no do a so ma tendie nyina ebe boni nyina kire Ghana force na se wona se wo yakodi ala tem ene na nsan ye nti no wo kofra ala nkro for so mo mesen kokko ntokwa because yakodi ala tem ba wi a na mu heli
yo kwa na ebe da was 5 minutes no
o ma obi ka se abe 15 minutes pa cho
there be second round there 5 minutes cause turning to God's word eba BB training.
Na I Oman Pampron for 15 minutes. Na turning to God's word. Na Emma.
Hey, Governor, there be
15 minutes. Na there 3 minutes. I say, yeah, better watch it.
Debut. We second round na making you.
Pampron ni ne bakasa. Na ni Pampron ni wabakasa da dansa. Oman 15 minutes man kasa. Ah.
I mean, ni pa kwa o patch. Because na better watch na china nyame ya domo. Yebeto aso na yema cause enuanu bia ba be ka ho na yema omoso mehwe wadwen why
ebozonfo oyama medi ho ya
ma ze o hwe so o se be ne wa ba nti be ne wa ba maso we ni mre nti be ne wa my 10 minutes questions and answers and by him say Ghana in Sembibre say US about to me yourself abodi say Spain moto aba no say for 4 years moto aba enti Ghana foot you
yo ambo pedase kwabra se nyame adon free MPP ma enti all the wisdom be play time and about now the wisdom I in a free soon oh yes and I more.
Hey, Ghana for MPP ni NDC. MPP ni NDC.
All the wisdom now would be people by there you don't be to have it.
And so also the wisdom at him as you and wa meeting the one.
Oh, there was a dear man now, yeah, now happy. Oh,
God.
Yo, we know who they need to.
That was a question and answers. Now, coming here, wait. Nana, who be Saquafran, some say, and this will be a Mecca, John Mahama. I had the address or Yadiana, and not to Papa. So, on one, I be a want in your say, says Patsy, and then a Miss Bell, and your own passport. Or no one also sound because it's a Miss Bell at the Bonanado Abasso. That's how Miss Bell Kuriabo, John Mahama Baswa, Nado Abaswa. Osi Ghana ni bi ama me bo.
Manka na family bi ana onu nya ho faso manka se wa bo na baso.
I didn't na o mention say e bi ade na ohu ye. Bi na ohu ya e bi a onu na nya so. That means say wa hu say wa nya ho faso. Enti Tracy ani Miss Bell da nya so fo. Ena Tracy ni Miss Bell kure nya faso wa akofo ado aso be bo. Enti o mo abaso agofo mi no ya faso. What is the big deal here? Omo mi elu ni nyina obi anya obi aso faso. And I can't accompany the end. Wakajo Mahama, the pen, and my own GD say, one a bus, or ya, dear man. Oh, and yet, you, there, the 12, and I mean, him gonna cry, or cast a while about to move by reading, meaning, say, that the Bible no crano, there be as a monopono casape, that's what it. She said, move better to 2.5. The easy baby, mamma monotono, your bonija, ama. And say, to me, and yet, the near man go through. It is our mechanism, no, the baby I'm reading, ye bubuna pre, into the map, why you do so that a mamma, when you modessa. And more I am modern say, and Katim be special by 5 and I don't be one or special 1 to 1B. No, there might be a money idea fine. A Bianca, and man, a big shamachino, and a beer movie say. Yeah,
menewa na me bisa se wohwe ye kokondua o matwa fi ensase so no ye de pe galamse yi na azizia galamse etu hwana mo se ye ndentu biem no se ekoba ne se Mahama eba be president onye bia wate ko manifesto no mi hu hihye bia e de ba be ye sa afforestation no ayi bia akwa nhihye bi wo ho a ye ba be duadua nkoko ndua ama ya site ya capitalize wo ye green gold no so ana
do akra John Mahama mention SADA program ho asem SADA ni bida omoduma na omo ye nte ye be ye mmoa na ye duadua enti NDC e fa duadua ade e ade ye new team mai na ko 2020 manifesto no e no an repeat 2024 yo ti eniema na ewo sa manifesto no na sa afforestation no wom green Ghana agenda ewo so enti se yen sheda enka se baby ye to good no beba betutu amana kata so na ye di no asisi so no it doesn't mean say ye nyene ye John Mahama so ba omo to good no obechi omo kwan ye befa so tu no wawie asan akata na no so ti ma yusu ye afforestation program enti ewo agenda no mu dadada so ena ye so kura same kura ye do ya o enti say ye ba e friend is saying kwaye mu na ye tu amana na ye se san dua enua wo so a I think say eno eye kuma John Mahama enti ba bia ye tu bodu no nyina ye be sa asase no even say bampo a this ba power gold no ye asase no kese say the said the no if you say come back kire kwan paso a e be tu gold no a be tu ne kwan paso say the NDC aban na just here sabre wa sha
na say NDC aban anti suin de say san hihye wo ho a nanado to nsa frɛ no ɔfrɛ ne sɛ ɔmfa mbra ɔmmɛka ne hyehyɛ ne nkyerɛ na ɔno so mfa ntu ho anamo
nanado a friend is on fan and hyehyɛ mbra
I also John Mahama Embra Claire with the policy and our plans. And she's already Bible quit here, Galamsey.
Omra Cleo, he said, President in here, but you won't cut or no, or kind of cocoa swat eyes in the board for be the president.
Let me also Ombra and any brisemo, sir, Mamma Betcheno. And she say already Bible quit here, Galamsey. Obeko, Mamma Beko, and uncle.
Brase will free MP by and wisdom no ayotima. And wisdom no form about Nika Gra and Kai's naughty honors and they say presidential invitation. It deals with protocol. It didn't say Akufuado in the own wisdom of President John Mahama that one more years ago we are. And he has all but no can anybody say, only I saw can no na or far a clear imrasan is an amity. She said, when I had the invitation, Nadia, and all the fret one casa, Wakura Wakotono say, Omedo of friendly one hour, and Bina. Keto Krag Koya and Anno person so I'm all show me to if
Sarcol ne crying twice more. Cause say Sana ye de echo I don't know no Mahama ye president one for our drink and command and say J.
That's right. Every when you went on the back
and this in it. Media, we are with him. Be free bar. I said, and dear, human biano. I say, I call it there and to assume. Now, it's you, dear Cosona, it's you for you now.
I was on board, and say, and I create, and I'm a for I don't know. I'm fine. I've been on command Mahama and I'm friend. But no, tons of Mahama that bro. What the Akunyani be paying? Or do not me throwing competence. No more may buy him who's a son as sanity. Indeed, you be saying no mentality and only my baby, my John will come. Mahama, or you're just simple and selfless leader or no, or your chair, hunter on Casa and Jasso, so or ye nice gentleman, sober modern power friend will now to come and say that. Nenye kuku ne akakabe sembia waje bosnia bia na untimi fanya hwe na ebisa wa untimi ya no ntia ma on edwe kasa ofrena come John Mahama will come obebo the device kura beba the running meet they will come to your doorsteps omon kasa wo bro mo etinu ade ahwe ne say ye belida sebi nyansa no wahunu se Ghana for bi mo nyansa nti mo mra meboa na ye nyina ye ntu galamse ase na ve ya ye nam se ye tu galamse no obi ti division say ye ba power ye be ye tire kwan ye fa so ye no di owo opposition so ba power di owo power so ba power nti which ti se that party we ni nyansa fo wo ma obosonfo afiri mu edi da ba ha de obosonfo free party no me do the wisdom ni nyina me nya you so the kakra be never abso what free party no because there's that party we so I didn't need die wo mu ampa se ne kwabre kan ya and by this time what we are looking forward they say and come the measures are good for say ya stop me na mama nye see ye no the best fight till see na no ko fo ado ye na no so na so ye to akosi say yesu beba ba papa we ye de ba ombetu ni na tu ni kina na mom ye ba ye be ye ni si na na no mo kan de abanya o ties ka be no ja tu untumi fa kwan bi so abam obosonfo me last na me ke ma kana wo have be say ban we MPP so won fira kunya na wa boy cry why ye because by luck ayo by luck anything government woman aye oman aye political party bi no me nkasa di akire bibi omude omunsa be so bia de nyi oman ya nanu am host to all African games and they want to qualify African Cup of Nations. France reform
but what can I say no so ye Ghana for so muso ni maybe ko ye mo wa ban we
na
kasi bibia nko yi a wo mo so a eko ye mo so mo nka se
oboso na maame ba ko ma mo ye ni pattern emu nkono kura su a ba ko de moko utuko to bread abren ntini akwara no onimdene papa ko ba bia anya hwe obebra no bread ana mebo
Bread.
tie no de
Aye.
no matter what no obi bedi de na waka ya bana yi but na bana e kan kura so wo na wo be say me say your mama 600 billion cedis ya afi be sia na be 8 years time no meba na ma double no at least adu be 800 billion at least me 200 billion account etinya de dem me no me ba ka kire m say bintimi ntia sa aka no enti okobisa nipa no kura so di sika na yeda otimi nya no na mo pe asrefo so mbeboa ama sa aka no a wode no ntia enti za mamo wende ebinum bedi de akomfo a omukọ wie obi ade ekora no at the end of the day ubi so omo a obenya asembia ana nkofo bebe so ebetumi abedi a enti no baba obofumba no de forget that thank you for no say aban no aye bia ma omo no nti aban na ade aban no nya ade the vast majority no ka no eno ene ade a ye ka ho ase yes bia sa aban no ono be ka se obi be ka se wa ya ade nti na je sa aban na abon ho mode nti besre no de mesro aban no nya bia onye afia ye betumi agire no so aka se wa ya ade nti sa na ho no de bo mode
Yo. Enti odi one way si anase bibi o ha pese o kan de so so ansa na ofa kwame aba.
Aka me pesa me ka so so no say wa hu. Obuzonfo. So o my Ghana in fact and there fi benya ye bokosi pia baso sa ne ya ye ka say e ba football so. Wasi apia ya na anu ada no na ho a me kra me ka bi say ye mpam no. Ko kwasi apia ne training said o see ye Ghana football for ne no mo ka so kwasi apia ya to ya de and any free no am for free and no say and you not just a mistake say kwasi apia ya pam no including me because me na me say o no nya de by ne no so we players could keep 13 when we near na e chen kwasi apia time na that time so still as team no nya adwuma na no me hwade ketua bi say ye kobo match na ya tam captain band e de aboku in fact abedi pele babo ye o president Jordan so ball blaster for most obo ja kudus long time and am ebo nti e den na e take his decision no say the captain band and fam kudus na kudus no cry babo captain no so o san hia number 10 jersey na jersey one e see yem fa 20 no tell obi na ball managers adi no nti say 20 no a no so she no o the captain band ball no ye ne ho ani 20 no so ba benya ni munyam ti numbers na egu ho no it doesn't matter over Real Madrid jersey one ni munyam pa enye 10 e number 7 jersey e wo Real Madrid number 10 enye ni for Madrid say number 7 nti mi ni nti a me ba me tira say ye de adwuma na obi ye ma animunyam ba abro no bi so enti sa adwuma ni na enye jersey na jersey ma wo sesa no ne any captain band na wo de bo obi a on deserve no obi sesa ankwala no ko gina ho akobo de ball ebinum de yaw na gina park no so na so obi yaw so wo ne mu a e ma no me a e wo sa de no e ba de whole team no so ntama ball na e ko ball no na say odo said yes di ne ato amna ye twa na da power Ghana tell ono de if I na kwasi apia akura de onya ne ho di endi o man no ye wom no but e true ba bi e say ye hwe ne ma bi ye say sa football na ye ba enkoyi no I don't think say e bia e coach no mo the ones is coach no this time o ye dan a nya dia
say ne nyina ye management kwa o fa so e de ye hihye o de hihye ye
that one I see a bread at okra kuos and wine because sa mamu we no aye bu no Ghana mamu na nka sande enti ni leadership bi enye na mom sa ko for ado mo free power there Ghana ni bia photo team say blaster black
yo be na wa se be na wa na ye hwe Ghana for kokoto abana na nipa omo pese obedi o man
ọmọ yẹn ọmọ no ọmọ tó aba no ma jọ mahama no ọba ọba
nipa ya beda wase benewa na ya tene nka free Indeed, my window was na yemfa 3 minutes in ma of Kwame. Me that was so the wisdom nothing must say. Now the one noisy. Yo, me no one ya tene nka no. Of Kwame, o final
me ti say bring what say
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Mama say Akufo-Addo to ne nsa frɛ no a obeba. Ɛyɛ no kre. Hwɛ sa system no and their friend participative democracy. Unlike
11th hour participatory democracy. And then right from the start. Every 2016.
Because idea o maybe
Naka obosumi mi no a wodi ba be free power na auto nsa friend no somebody there.
Tobo.
Yeah, me I agree with the participatory democracy, no, but not in this style.
No, you're free be state of emergency. Say Udru state of emergency to say yes, we call all hands together to find solutions.
Of Kwame, you need definition be say a state of emergency for a particular political party's presidential candidate. What about other political parties?
The whole
independent candidates.
The whole nation.
And like I said, Akufo-Addo auto suffer all the aspirants because of no policies. And you Mahama Nkwa policy. It's this style of participatory democracy.
Now, open now, Mama, no to say, I don't feel her. I just say a participative democracy.
It's a flawed call. It's a flawed call. It's a flawed call by Akufo-Addo because we have 13 presidential candidates. Other, okay, my name say be a recording about me as it's a 30 presidential candidates. And Omukra plans to fight in Galamsey. It is all your sitting president, and I say, who here or mu inputter. You invite all the candidates. And Mahama Nkwa.
France, way. A common
party. You better was na ye jemu ama bibi or they turning to God's word at the brain. Intimi sure saying you never take ho na ye tie in some pano ye kwa batu ye here nyamisro eni akwa nkyere eni odo na etimi akwa kwato aba na yatina so ndwemti Apostle Bibi wote menka na so na of Kwame ye beto asearch na Bibi wote menka
That's what was no hope.
But I'll try not be a letdown. Nothing great.